job
What
interview,
the
motherfucker.
fuck?
Would you fuck the human millipede, Will?
Absolutely.
That's not how it works, motherfucker. I gave you an ultimatum. I said, you don't stop talking shit about me, I'ma start stripping. Are you trying to get us killed or raped?
Yes. Why heroin?
Yes or no, Will? Are you going to deny the people their right to recreational heroin abuse?
Greetings and salutations, lovely human beings, and welcome to another edition of my fruitless escapism into computerized media. I am Disco Blood Party, and we are streaming Pokemon, the trading card game, online, and today I am drinking a Brewdog Hazy Jane IPA. Where is my glass? Here it is. Beerski time. I tried to start the stream a second ago, and I kind of fucked up my OBS, and I didn't have the game getting captured right. So I just said fuck it and just ended the stream because I didn't have any viewers yet, and it was only going like maybe 30 seconds. So I just said fuck it, stopped the stream, and fucking fixed it, and I restarted it. And we're doing the versus ladder. I planned for this one to actually be a long stream. I know I've mostly just been doing like 1 hour, 2 hour, well, mostly like 2 hour streams, like 1.5 to 2 hour streams is what I've been doing. I planned for this one to be a longer one. I'm gonna try to get, hopefully, a lot of wins. I was gonna say get a lot of good shit from this, but it's like mostly booster packs, and I'm not. Okay, Celebi and Venusaur Tag Team GX is one of my favorite decks of all time. I fucking loved playing that deck, and when the team up set first came out, I had so much hype for it. That's still probably one of the sets that has come out in the trading card game I had the most hype for. But, you know, obviously it's not a deck that's even a little bit viable now, and I played that deck an ungodly amount, so I'm not really looking to, like, play it more, even if it was viable. Really, what killed that deck? I mean, one, Fire, right? Fire got OP because Welder came out the next set. And then on top of that, double colorless energy got rotated out. That really fucked the deck, 'cause after that it was way too goddamn slow. It really needed double colorless energy to be viable. Ooh! We are playing against the fucking Toxtricity deck. Maybe? They're playing Dark City, though. So that's weird they'd play Dark City. I mean, I guess Darkness type is Poison now. Poison is also Dark in the TCG since the Sword and Shield sets. So yeah, he's just playing like a bunch of Dark Pokemon that do Poison. That's why he's playing that card. Okay, that makes sense because Toxtricity V Max does more damage if you're poisoned. Okay, let me get some shit rolling here. You know, maybe I should, you know, I probably should have discarded that energy, because I would have had a chance to, I mean, nah, it wouldn't have been worth it. Because I could have, you know, used Turbo Patch to attach it, but at that point, I wouldn't actually be, like, hoot. No, I should have attached the capture energy. Then I could have searched for Crobat, put on the bench, draw more cards, and then I could use Power Accelerator to attach that Darkness energy to my bench instead of fucking what I did, which is significantly less efficient. Hello, I have acquired a human watching the stream. Welcome, you beautiful soul. And I just got Marnie to shit. That's not good. Actually, never mind. This is actually a decent hand. I can probably work with this. I mean, it's not as good as what I had, but if I could get a Crobat from this Great Ball, then it's gonna be really good. But we'll see. I mean, it'd probably be better if I got a Eternatus V Max, but I think this is it only basic or is it any Pokemon? I can't remember. How the fuck did I forget what Great Ball did? Yeah, it's any Pokemon. No shit. Hey! Grand Champion. First win of the stream, and it had nothing to do with skill. Dude must have had a bad setup. Alright, what'd we get? Hey, we got a booster pack. Hell yeah. Batman, hell yeah. And, getting closer to getting this cool card that I love, even though it's not at all usable anymore. I think even if it was legal, though, no one would fucking play it. Nobody played it like the last year of it being legal. It was pretty solid for like maybe 5 months, maybe. I don't even know, 5 months, maybe like 3.5. Because once Fire got really good, it just was kind of, you know, losing double Carlos energy just killed it. No! The last thing I want is to have to start with my Crobat in the active. That kind of sucks. It's not the end of the world, because what I can do is I can attach a Capture Energy, get my Eternatus on the bench, then use a Great Ball, get another Pokemon, play a switch the Eternatus into the active, then play the Crobat to draw until I have 6 cards in my hand. So, yeah. That will be good. That was a very specific thing I just said. But okay, get that. I want to get my Hoopa here. Wait. Play the switch first. Okay, then Crobat. Yes. Then I get my cards. Piers? No. Maybe I should Marnie. Get another new hand, maybe another Pokemon. Yeah, I'll Marnie. Fuck their hand up a little bit so they have 2 less cards in their hand. And I did get my VMAX, so that is really good for next turn. I'm not going to use my Crobat, because I kind of need that for next turn. Do I want to do this? I don't think I do. Wait, maybe. You know what? I'm going to. I'm going to attach it to my Hoopa. That's risky. That might fuck me over because now, because I need 2 energy to attack with them, right? So if I don't get another energy next turn, then that was a really dumb move. But I think I can get another energy next turn. Between Crobat and Marnie, I should be able to. Pretty easily. I would hope. I might get really unlucky. I might have fucked myself. But I really want to get Hoopa set up because they're playing Excadrill, which is fighting, which means it's gonna do double damage to my boy, which is really bad for me. And also on top of that, there's this huge issue where these are single prize Pokemon. I don't want, if I kill a single prize Pokemon, a 3-prizer, and then they kill him next turn, I'm not winning that game, am I? So that would be really, really hardcore bad news. It would be bad news bears for me. Hoot. I don't want to lose you. Maybe I can do it. No, I might need that reset stamp later. I think I only have 1 copy of reset stamp in this deck. I'm gonna do that to be safe, boys. That protects you from damage, right? Ah, from Pokemon attacks, not ability. Okay. Sure. Put it on you, why not? It doesn't really matter. Dread and you're dead, broski. See, here's the problem, right? Once he gets set up, I'm gonna be in trouble because he could do a lot of damage to me really quick. But I need to kill 6 of these motherfuckers. Well, okay, now I need to kill 5 of these motherfuckers. I need to kill 5 of his Pokemon. He only needs to kill 2 of these. But this motherfucker's gonna do double damage, which is scary. Ah, shit. Oh, shit, he's playing Zacian. That's not good. Alright. Turbo Patch, save my ass. Coin flip gods! Alright. What am I putting this on, though? Because I can't put it... Hey! Grand Champion. Alright, let's keep going. Winning a lot. So far, all my wins are just because I'm out setting up people. I'm just getting set up very quickly. Because my whole deck is really built to do one thing. It's really built to just get the energy and the Pokemon out as fast as fucking possible so I can just fucking smash and do damage. So it's a very fast deck, and it's really consistent. So if a deck is inconsistent and is slower than mine, that's why they're quitting. I worded that terrible. Fuck. Jesus. I'm gonna blame it on the beer. Even though I'm not even drunk yet. Ah, shit. I gotta start Crobat in the active again. Fuck. Ah, that's annoying. Jesus. I gotta capture energy, but... Ah, okay. I could... I'm going first, so I can't use supporters yet either. Hoot. This is annoying. I really hope I drop... It looks like you're playing a really similar deck to what I'm playing. There's only one of those cards in your hand that isn't in my deck. Ooh, that was lucky. That was lucky, boys. Alright. What am I gonna do? I don't want to do that yet. Because if I put Viridian Forest on the field, that's not going to help me yet this turn because I already attached an energy anyway. But leaving it there is going to give him a Viridian Forest to use. Might not matter because he has a Viridian Forest in his deck. I saw that when I got to see his hand before the mulligan. So it might not matter. But we're going to find out. Fighting Kelsar 4. It's a mirror match. They're clearly also playing Eternatus. Because it's a dark deck. No shit, they're playing Eternatus. They're playing this with Sableye, and they have the Zigzagoon out. I saw a rare candy in their hand, so that means they're definitely playing Obstagoon. I'm just running pure Eternatus V to attack. Well, and I'm also running Hoopa. I am not running Sableye V or Obstagoon. So these are two different versions of the deck for sure. However, because of that, because they have a few more extra attackers, you know, they have a few extra tools, you know, they can use in their situations. Mine is a little more simple, but the way mine's built is really fast. So the speed of mine might end up making me win, but, you know, you still have to draw the right cards anyway, so it might not matter. Nah! Hey, I mean, fucking Eternatus V Max. I'm not dissing wiener schnitzel. I dig me some good wiener schnitzel even though I haven't had it in a goddamn decade. All I'm saying is maybe Eternatus V Max having that every goddamn day, maybe that's not gonna end too well for him. Might cause some problems. Hoot. I'm gonna get Crobat from this and a hiding energy. Ooh, or should I do capture energy? I'm gonna do capture energy. Wait, no, hide energy. So I can get the other Crobat out of the active. Yeah, I'll do that. And Viridian Forest. I'm going to discard that because I could just turbo patch it later. Even though that's probably not gonna matter. Yeah, I'm only getting 2 cards from this, but I'm gonna go with it. Ooh. I'm gonna do that, switch you for... what do I want? I don't know if I want to go for a Zigzagoon. I'm just gonna get another return to this. Because I don't think getting the damage counters is gonna... Hey! Thank you, my dude! Appreciate it. Appreciate you and the entirety of your existence within the realm. Hey, and you actually did follow me. Hell yeah. I'll drink to that. Hell yeah. go. Retreat into my boy. I don't want to lose these. Hoot. What do I go? I mean, if I do that, I'm back in the situation where I'm only really getting 2 cards. You know what? I'm just gonna refresh this research. I have cards in my deck to get those back from the discard. Not a lot, but I do have some, so I'll be fine. And Turbo Patch. Coin Flip Gods! Hell yeah, Batman. Alright. I'm gonna put this on Hoopa in case I need that later ski. Give me more cards, Crobat, my boy. Lay you down, evolve you. Alright, and full power. Here we go. Actually. No, I don't have... Damn. Maybe if I... Nah, I'm just gonna do it. I was considering retreating so I could attack with my Hoopa for 90 and kill him, but I didn't have hiding energy attached. I thought I did for a second, but that I attached to my Crobat because I was desperate to get him out of the active. Okay, you're not gonna be able to do a lot to me this turn. I mean, okay, I want to say that. Maybe you're just gonna lay down fucking 2 obstacles this turn and do, what would it be, 6, 12, 18? Yeah, it'd be 18. You know, maybe you're gonna do that. You also got, you got Scoop Up Net, so you can just fucking spam that shit. You know, I'm not playing Scoop Up Net in this deck, and I keep tossing and turning over whether I should, because it's clearly a really helpful thing to redrop damage counters, but there's just nothing in my deck I feel comfortable taking out for it. Because the build of this is just so focused on getting this shit out, and it's working. So I don't... Because I'm not really doing a lot of spread with this deck. I'm more just focused on trying to get the Pokemon out and smashing with the 270. Because the 270, if I have it built to get that shit out super duper fast, that 270 is enough 90% of the time. And the only time it isn't is things like Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia. And that's 280, which means 1 freaking Zigzagoon is already enough for that anyway. So it's usually fine. See, I'm just not really playing... Yeah, I'm playing 4 Turbo. Yeah, I'm playing 4 Turbo. I'm playing 4 Turbo Patch, and that's one of the main things that's taking up a lot of space in this freaking deck. This is a weird hand. Alright. Hell yeah, I got the hiding energy. That's fucking good. Ah, damn it. Hell yeah, Batman. Yeah, I get lucky with Turbo Patch a lot. So, even though it is a flippy card, I do get lucky with it decently, consistently enough. And if you have 4 Turbo Patch, it's like, I'm going to get, I'm going to get some of them. And it's been working out for me. I am playing a lot of Marnie. But it's like, because I don't feel like Scoop Up Net would really be helpful enough unless I'm playing a lot of Scoop Up Net. And I really don't want to... Like, I can maybe take out 1 Marnie. I know I've seen a lot of deck lists that don't play Piers. But because I'm playing Hiding Energy, and Piers lets me get both a Pokemon, like Crobat, so I can get Crobat to draw until I have 6 in my hand, and a Hiding Energy as a switch, I feel like that's really helpful and versatile. So I'm playing 2 copies of Piers. Maybe that's unnecessary, but I think it's been panning out well for me. Yeah, I agree. Dude, when the Sword and Shield base set first came out, I was hardcore playing Sableye and Obstagoon. Because it's such a cool deck. I don't build a lot of decks in real life. Like, I build a few. Usually I don't invest a ton in building them in real life, but one of the few I did was a Sableye and Obstagoon deck. It is so fun, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's just exactly like you're saying. It's just short of really being one of the best decks. And it's kind of obvious when you're playing it that it's not quite the best deck. As close as it is at times. And also the fact that Eternatus VMAX is out now. It's like, even if you're playing Sableye, I feel like you might as well also be playing Eternatus anyway. You know, it's interesting, because this guy, I assumed, was playing Eternatus VMAX. Because I have ran into a lot that are making a Sableye deck, but they just have Eternatus in it. And I assumed that was this, but they're just playing straight up Sableye and Obstagoon. Which is kind of awkward because this only blocks basics, and my main attacker isn't a basic, so you can't really block it all. Alright. Obstruction. Hoots. Ah? You're only basic, yeah. How many do I... Okay, so I have 2 more hiding energy left in my deck. And I have 23 cards, so it's not a terrible chance of getting it. You know what? I'm so close to winning, I'm just gonna discard this hand and hope I get a hiding energy. I have a D. Ah! It didn't pan out. Whatever. I'm in enough of a position to where I don't feel too bad about fucking up there. I'm just gonna let him kill this Darkrai, because I'm gonna kill him to win anyway if he does. Ah, that is true! I saw, that's the one, yeah, it's like, I forget what it's called, but it's like this goggles card, right? I heard about that on a PTCG radio video. That would be really good, actually. I didn't even think about that. That would be good for that deck. Because there is a lot of good spreading cards out right now. Like, Salamence is pretty good. There's that new, Galarian Darmanitan VMAX that does 200 and then 30 to all of the bench. There is a lot that is doing spread right now. And Salamence is colorless, so maybe you could use that to spread a lot. I didn't think until you said that of using Salamence with Sableye V, but that seems kind of obvious now. Like, yeah, that Goggles card with Salamence would be good for spreading a lot of damage, and then you could just smash with Sableye. Because you don't need a lot of damage counters on for Sableye to just wipe the floor with anything. Because that adds up so fast. That's a good point, maybe. I find it interesting that every time fighting decks are kind of meta, it's only because dark decks get OP. At least for the last few years, like, fighting decks were barely getting played from what I noticed, except like some rogue decks here and there. And I'm finally seeing them getting played a lot again on PTCGO. But it's mostly just because Eternatus got kind of broken. I mean, maybe not broken, but super fucking good. Maybe broken is too strong of a word. Ah, shit! I thought I had another hiding energy. Ah, shit. Fuck. That was a misplay on my part. I really thought I had another one. Shoot. Alright. I guess I'll let you kill my Darkrai. I mean, that's giving you 1 prize. I'm not really upset about that. So, go ahead, broski. Because if you kill my Darkrai, that means you're keeping your Sableye in the active and I win. Yeah, that's very true. Fighting decks have a lot of good shit, but the Pokemon never do enough. I think they're just... Ah, there you go. Alright. Take your 3 prizes, you earned them, and then I win. Fair enough, broski. I am fine with that conclusion. But I think Pokemon is just constantly too scared because they always print so many cards that let fighting Pokemon do extra damage, and they print so much shit like that and so much good trainers for them that they always make underpowered Pokemon, but they make them too underpowered. I think they overestimate how good their fighting trainers are. Because as good as they are, it's still like, yeah, but they're not... They're usually only meta when they're hitting weakness on the best deck. Like, when Zoroark GX was the best deck for, like, fucking, what, like, 2 fucking years? Buzzwole was the second best, because it hit double damage on the best deck. And I'm now seeing fighting decks getting played again. It's interesting, because I thought, like, fighting decks would get big again when, Pikachu and Zekrom was big, and they didn't. Like, nobody was fucking playing them still. Maybe once in a while, but barely anybody did. When Sword and Shield came out and I built a Phalanx deck, I didn't see any other person playing fucking Phalanx. But then once Eternatus V Max came out, people were like, okay, we know Pikachu and Zekrom is meta, but now that Lightning and Dark is meta, now we're gonna fucking hype on the fighting bandwagon. I think maybe that's because, despite Pikachu and Zekrom being meta, at the same time, Reshiram and Charizard was also super big. Yeah, I did just start streaming. I started streaming maybe, I think, like 2 weeks ago. I've always wanted to stream on Twitch for a long time, because my YouTube stuff never really worked out, and streaming just was more fun-sounding way of producing content. But I never really had a good enough computer setup to really do it. But I finally got a legit gaming PC, so I could start. I was doing YouTube before, but I just couldn't get shit going on YouTube, dude. Fucking nobody watched my shit after years, and it's like, well, fuck. Shit. I don't know if I wanna... I'm gonna get rid of the Switch. No, I should have got rid of the Turbo Patch, because I'm playing for Turbo Patch. I should have gotten rid of the Turbo Patch. Oh, well, whatever. I'll live. I'm just gonna get a Crobat anyway. Yeah, I agree. I've had more interaction with you on this stream than I had in the last 3-4 years of me being on YouTube. And I'm not even exaggerating a little bit. Like, I didn't get dick on YouTube. Yeah. I was doing a podcast on there. I tried Let's Plays. I tried reviews of, like, different anime. I tried, like, an obnoxious amount of stuff. And I invested a lot of money into it. Like, I invested on getting official art made, capture cards, new mic and audio recording equipment. I invested in so much random shit, and it, like, didn't really add up to much. I started YouTube in 2011, and at that point in time, I got an okay amount of views for what I was doing, but at the time, I was like... When I first started YouTube, my fucking voice didn't even fucking drop yet, right? So it's like, it was shitty content, and it was cringy as fuck, so like, nobody should have been watching it, even though people were. And then once it started to get, like, funny and really enjoyable, the audio quality and video quality was shit. So by the time I got older and could actually invest in better quality in audio, by that point the algorithm and YouTube changed so much, it didn't matter, and it was just impossible to break in and actually get any views or anything. I've tried everything on YouTube. Like, my first channel, I keep up as an archive, because I like to go back and watch my old videos, and that's Flashy JW Evans. There's a lot of really cringy, shitty videos on there, like, a lot of them are kind of really shitty looking back. And then my current channel, I started with my fiance and my friend Will, is Helen Hightails, which... we mostly focused on this podcast we did, and now it's mostly just a hub since I started Twitch, now it's mostly just a hub for me to archive my Twitch streams after. There is some old Let's Plays on there, though. There's some, vlogs. There's a lot of random shit. Because, you know, whenever one thing didn't get me any views, I figured, you know, well, let's see if, something else works. And, no, I don't wanna. Well, yeah, I'll Marnie, so I could lower his hand, too. And if I could even get, like, if I could have even gotten, like, one more Pokemon out of that, that would have been nice. I have, actually I can. Because I have, Pokemon Communications. I can get another Zigzagoon. Sure, I'll drop it on Crobat, because why not? And I have finished my beer. I chugged most of it when you follow. Hey! I win! Grand Champion! Oh, okay. I'll do that. Got you. I'll change that after the stream. Should I just make it the colored version of that pic? Because I think that pic's hilarious. Or should I just make it the, chibi art I have of myself in the corner? Because I've gone back and forth on that, because I think that pic's hilarious, that's the main reason I went with it. But I know the, actual art I had commissioned looks a lot more official. So I've kind of gone back and forth on which one I should use. Oh my god, am I only fighting Sableye in this stream? Bruh. This is the Sableye only stream. I guess. Like, fucking hell. Sableye is cool, I like it, but lord. I'd like to maybe, I don't know, fight one deck that's different. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's, I'll just make a colored version. It's a picture of me. No, it's a picture of me wearing a, luchador mask. And I am holding a custom-made wrestling championship title belt with a $sign on it that says King of Games Champion, and I am chugging a bottle of Jägermeister. I think I'm wearing, like, I think I'm also, like, shirtless and wearing a tie in it, too. It was a game night with my dude Will, and I just got fucking, like, trash fucking wasted. I had, like, a fucking whole bottle of Jaeger. Like, my fucking teeth were numb, dude. I was, like, fucked up. It was a fun night. And at one point, I end up in a luchador mask. It's a luchador mask of Dr. Wagner Jr., who is one of the most iconic luchadors in Lucha Libre history. In case you want some random, unneeded Mexican pro wrestling knowledge for the day. Because that's some random shit I know way more about than I need. Oh, fuck. I do that. I legit overestimate how much people are gonna see in pictures all the goddamn time. you'll have to tell me if you can see any fucking more of it. Cause here's the problem, right? I know what's in the picture, so even when it's a tiny icon on my phone, I look at it and I know what it is. Yeah, I do have Discord. My Discord is also Disco Blood Party. Everything I have on social media is Flashy JW or Flashy JW Evans, except my Steam, my Discord, and my Twitch. And my PlayStation Network ID, but I only ever used that on PlayStation Vita. So unless you're one of the 2 motherfuckers who have a PS Vita, that's probably irrelevant. But, yeah, my Discord is also Disco Blood Party. My number after it is, 4160. I don't really mind getting that on stream. Oh, this is, I'm fighting another fucking dark deck still, but, this one's, playing Fossils, which is interesting. As a command, I honestly am such a fucking, like, new dude to Twitch. I fucking barely know dick. Alright, I'll, fucking Google how to do- I'll Google how to add that as a command after the stream. Icons, because I love Twitch conceptually, but the problem is I'm so picky about when I want to watch content. I only tune into Twitch, like, once in a while. So because of that, I barely know shit, and I'm so new to this, I don't know how to do fucking anything. So I'm figuring out as I go. But I'm sure I can figure that out. Yeah. Disco Blood Party! 4160. Seeing I'm too Twitch stupid to know how to have that as a command yet. Thank you. I appreciate the support. I really do. I'm honestly so used to, like, putting a lot of effort into fucking, like, YouTube videos and shit, and nobody even commenting, that honestly having even one dude, like, fucking telling me shit is, like, weird for me right now. Like, I super appreciate it. Hoot. I'm gonna boss his orders in your Crobat. I'm gonna Pokemon Communications this for a Crobat. Hopefully, it's a little awkward because I'm only getting 2 cards from this, so it might be a big waste, but I am playing 4 fucking Crobat. I got a Great Ball, so that's something. Yeah, I'll drop it on... Who should I drop it on? I guess it doesn't matter because I'm hitting a lot of damage anyway. But yeah, I want to commission more art for this channel. The chibi art I'm using is art I was using for the Helen Hightails YouTube channel. It's by Yuru-san, and she's an amazing artist from the UK. I'd really like to commission something from her, but what I really want is like a Twitch banner and shit. But she mostly works in like character art, so... Yeah. Don't worry, I wasn't dumb enough to do that. Yeah, that's... Spiritomb is fucking scary in this game. I have made the mistake of underestimating Spiritomb before in this game, and it's fucked me up and I've lost. Spiritomb, I'm actually impressed. How didn't Spiritomb come out in Lost Thunder? In Sun and Moon Lost Thunder, so it's barely legal at this point. That card has been played way longer than most cards get fucking played, and it's impressive. Ah, shit. I'm in an awkward position. Oh wait, I can just use Piers. Never mind. You can just use fucking Piers. Do I really, it's weird. I really am surprised I don't have a fucking Eternatus in my bench yet. I just kinda assumed I did. Because usually I get that set up quickly, but I guess I fucked up here. Yeah, I'm sorry, Eternatus friend. You get damage. Oh yeah, Lost Thunder did rotate. Yeah, it's so team up. So that means it's probably from team up. Yeah, it's either from team up or Unbroken Bonds, because I know it's old. Because the newest rotation was everything since team up. You're right. Shit. Dude, it's funny because I got really excited and invested when Lost Thunder came out, because I kind of fell out of the card game for a bit, and my fiance and I got back into it with Lost Thunder. And we were like super excited about that, right? Because it was our first new set since getting back into the game. And Lost Thunder, I feel like, in hindsight, is a really weird set, because as soon as Team Up came out, fucking everything in Lost Thunder got the dick. Like, Blacephalon GX was still good, but as soon as Team Up came out, all of a sudden, Grand Bull is not hitting enough damage anymore, so that's not super good anymore. It's good, but it's not good enough. Lost March had so much hype, but all of a sudden, now that there's tag team Pokemon, it's not hitting enough damage. So it's good, but it wasn't good enough anymore. So the only thing from that set that was even relevant by the next set was Blacephalon. But then Blacephalon was less good as soon as Unbroken Bonds came out, the set right after, because yeah, Blacephalon was still good, but wasn't as good as Reshiram and Charizard. So I feel like Lost Thunder, in hindsight, is like one of the most fucking cucked sets in the fucking card game. Not the most cucked set. The most cucked set, I forget what the name of it is. But, the set that came out, the last Johto set, the last Gen 2 set, the last set Wizards of the Coast ever did, is the most cucked set. Because, in, back when Wizards of the Coast, the makers of Wizards of the Gathering were making it, they made it until the end of Johto. So they realized that they were really power creeping the game too much. So they decided, let's just release a few sets that are kinda shitty compared to all the older sets. And then we're going to introduce the first version of the standard format for the card game. And it's only going to be the last few sets onward. You know, they just made a decision to intentionally make less good cards so that way they can rotate all the old shit out and undo the power creep. But at the end of, like, Gen 2, when they were trying to renew their license, Pokemon said, nah, fuck you, we're gonna do the card game ourselves. And then, that's when the first Gen 3 sets came out. And what they did is they decided they were going to make it way more power creep than even the sets before they tried the D-power creep. And that's when they introduced the first EX cards too, the first Little E, Little X, the first special Pokemon worth 2 prizes were introduced once Wizards of the Coast lost the license. And they give them the dick, basically. Not only that, but that set also was more printed. I believe it was more printed than literally any Wizards of the Coast set. That set was printed way more than the last few sets for sure. So, essentially, they did everything they could to guarantee that nobody would want to play any of the Wizards of the Coast set, and they would all have to buy the sets that are now made by, Pokemon themselves. So that is the most cucked set in Pokemon history for sure, but Lost Thunder, yeah, I got the dick. You said you didn't want to play, Zacian combo? I still think, that's still good, for sure. Zacian is still a great deck. It's kind of gotten fucked up since Frying Pan got rotated, because now you don't have a convenient way to block fire weakness. You have weakness guard energy, but that's not nearly as good. But, next set in Vivid Voltage, we have a special metal energy coming out that, you might already know this, but we have the special metal energy coming out that blocks weakness, and that's, I feel like that's going to solve that problem. But even with the fire issue, I still think Zacian decks are really fucking good right now. Yeah, I know, I have a problem, right, where I don't really get into most things unless I, like, get really into things, right? Hey, Green Millard, I am delightful, I am dandy. I am having a pretty dang swell day, how are you? But, as I was saying, I'm usually either way too into something or not into something at all. That's just always how my brain's worked. I'm not high. I did chug a beer earlier when, Crazy Jack, followed me. That being said, I'm not really drunk yet. It was a Brewdog Hazy Jane. It is a high percentage alcohol. It is not high percentage alcohol. It's high percentage beer. It's 7.2, which is high for beer. But it's not high for, like, alcohol in general. Okay, let me get some cards. If I had weed, I would definitely be high, but I haven't had weed in a few months. Let me Marnie your hand, because your hand is pretty beefy. And Elglum, I remember, is a dick. So, I'm a little worried about you. I'm being honest. I'll get rid of Pokemon Communications. And I'll get another Eternatus V. Be safe. I do have an Eldergoss V. I have one. I don't have it in this deck though. You're probably right. I should probably play one copy. Well, actually, no. I don't want to play Eldergoss V because that undoes Eternatus V Max's ability. Eternatus V Max's ability doesn't work unless you're only playing Dark Pokemon. So I don't want to play Eldergoss V because that'll fuck that up. That's why I can only play Dark Pokemon in this deck. I do have... Oh, you said... Oh, I'm stupid! I'm so sorry! Do you need an Eldergoss V? I have one. I don't think I need one. So far, the one I have has been good. None of my decks I felt like I needed more than one copy. I do really appreciate it, though. My favorite Pokemon, I have a lot, and this honestly changes depending on my mood. Probably one of my most consistent favorite Pokemon is a Shroomish. And it's actually a funny story on why Shroomish is probably my favorite Pokemon. What happened is, back when I was a young lad, poor abused, orphan boy, who was kidnapped away from his abusive parents. I had a cousin named Tap, this tall, giant trans woman. She's lovely. Also my cousin and my drug dealer. She's lovely. Wasn't any of that at this time because we were probably like 6. But at the time, we were playing Pokemon Emerald, and I had a Pokemon. I don't remember what it was. I had a Ralts. And they could not for the life of them get a Ralts. They really wanted my Ralts. And I was like, alright, I'll give you a Ralts for a Shroomish. And they're like, a Shroomish? Yeah, but not one Shroomish. You need to give me, and it was an outrageous number. I said you needed to give me like 37 Shroomish or some crazy ass shit like that. Otherwise, I won't give you this Ralts. And they spent weeks trying to get that fucking Shroomish because as soon as I said that, no matter how much time they spent, they couldn't find any fucking Shroomish. I have 2 Grimmsnarl V. I was actually playing a bunch of Grimmsnarl V for this deck, but I kind of started to feel like I wanted more single-prize Pokemon in this deck for my bench. I felt like it was kind of a huge liability to have Grimmsnarl on my bench, because I felt like he didn't really do enough as an attacker for 2 prizes. And I felt like I never really even, like, got him set up much anyway. So I felt like he was a little bit too much of a liability. Yeah, I'll get a Crobat. I've been really lucky with this set, because I usually get the dick when I'm trying to, like, get fucking, I'll get my Eternatus VMAX for next turn to be safe. To be safe, I'll just put you here, so I have less cards, I can get more for Crobat. None of those help, whatever. But, I usually get the dick when I'm trying to get, like, cards I need from the new set. But this set I've actually been pretty fortunate with getting good shit from booster packs and making trades. Honestly, the thing that was giving me the most dick was trying to get 4 Crobat V. It was such a fucking mess trying to get Crobat V because everybody wanted him. And I was rocking this deck with only 1 Crobat V, and it was not functioning super great. But I found this random jack-off on eBay. And that dude was willing to, like, sell me some Crobat. And I was so scared this guy was gonna fuck me over, because I'm scared when I get shit from dudes on eBay. But it worked out. Oh, Ninetales your favorite? That's dope. My fiance, her favorite Pokemon is Alolan Vulpix. So you kind of have, you almost have that in common. Hoots. Well, I mean, I could just get, another energy with you. Yeah, I'll just do that. Ooh, I'll get a capture energy, actually. So that way I can get another Pokemon on my bench and do more damage. Dude, I didn't have capture energy at all in this deck at first, because that card wasn't played for much at all for a long time, that I noticed at least. And I basically kind of forgot about it. Like, I knew it existed, but I didn't even think of it. It wasn't, like, in my mind. And I fucking saw it on a deck list, and I'm like, capture energy? I remember that card, but I don't even remember what the fuck it does. And then I fucking looked at it, I'm like, shit! I made a mistake forgetting about this, because this card's finally gonna have its moment of usefulness for me. But, oh, thanks again. I'm gonna say thanks again, Green Millard, because you have offered me a lot of stuff, and I genuinely really appreciate it. I'm sorry that, I'm saying no a lot, because I have been, like, really lucky this set. But I do genuinely super appreciate it. I should probably expand on the fact I called myself an orphan boy earlier. I guess the short version of that story... I mean, I guess I could literally, I suppose, say the short end of that story is as a poor orphan boy in the story. I guess I could technically say that. It would be accurate. Though I never was in an orphanage, I was kind of kidnapped. That sounds bad. I was good kidnapped. That doesn't sound good either. I had good in the title, and it still sounded kind of bad. Yes, I was kidnapped. That actually is a true story. It was good, though. I was good kidnapped. No, I was a fucking orphan boy that was kidnapped from some shitty parents. Yeah, I say a lot of really dark, shitty things as a joke, and all of them are jokes. I'm saying this to be funny, but they all are true. Yeah, it is accurate. Yeah, I mean, I was, like, sort of an orphan boy. I wasn't in an orphanage, but, my dad was a, neo-Nazi heroin dealer in Southern California. That sounds too specific. So it sounds like it's full of shit, but I swear it's not. I know that's really kind of goofy sounding, but... Dude had, like, a fucking... He was a skinhead. It had a swastika on his fucking head and his eyelids. From fucking wherever. Don't know a lot about him. Ooh, I won! I don't know a lot about him. Besides the fact he was a heroin dealer. And my mother, alcoholic and a drug addict. probably met him for heroin. I don't know that for sure. That's a guess, but I think it's an educated one. Anyway, very abusive people. When I was a young lad, my dad was in and out of prison, so I didn't see him a lot in my lifetime. And my mother also was in and out of jail, but usually her shit was, like, really, like, petty shit, right? Like, it was, like, really petty shit she went to jail for, so she'd be out quick. But, back before my dad was just in prison for the rest of my life, I don't know the rest of my life, but before the last time, well, it wasn't the last time, actually, hold on. Actually, no, it wasn't. Anyway, my grandmother, according to her, how it went down with me getting kidnapped is, I don't know exactly how, but she said that she got the feeling that something was wrong. And all the time she would see me and, like, have days where she'd visit me, she somehow got the message that something was kind of up, right? I mean, you know, my mother was her daughter. You know, so, like, you know, my grandma probably had a pretty dang decent idea that her daughter was kind of a shitlord. You'd hope, right? And if she didn't by that point, she would learn later on, unfortunately. But eventually she got the idea that she's like, what she said to me, and this is an exact quote, and I don't know exactly what made my grandma think this. To this day, I have no clue. But what she told to me is she said, I went to that house that day because I was positive Diane, that's my mom's name, was going to kill you. I don't know what she meant by that. I don't know if she just meant because she's so responsible or because she was going to get fucking angry and do something. I don't know. I genuinely don't. But, long story short, she drove over. Hoot. I don't want to... This is a pickle. I guess I'm just going to play Crobat. Maybe I'll get really lucky with that one card. I did, actually. I did get really lucky with that one card. Alright. But, fucking grandma drove over. And she said she arrived at... And this is all from what my grandmother told me. She said she arrived at the place. And she saw and heard my mother and my father arguing loudly, and she walked past them and they didn't even notice. She said she walked through and she saw me in a room surrounded by broken bottles and glass, crying, and she just picked me up and she walked the fuck out. She just grabbed me. My grandmother just walked into the house, scooped me up and left. Didn't say anything. There was no legal paperwork for me getting acquired. Okay? There was no, like, conversation. My grandma just waltzed in and said, fuck you. Actually, she didn't say fuck you. She just walked in, took me, and left. And, you know, usually what you'd think is, like, it's time. Right? You would think my mother would, like, call up an hour later, be like, yo, what the fuck? Where's my goddamn kid? Nah, that didn't happen. A week passes. 1 week. 7 days. 24 times 7, how many hours that is? I don't know. Yeah, it is a good kidnapping. So, 7 days pass, a week. And then my mother calls, crying, calls my grandma, and she's like, Mom, I can't find my kid. I don't know where he went. You gotta help me find him. And then my grandma's like, I took your kid because you're an idiot and you're irresponsible, so I took him. And then my mom, like, went off the rails. I don't know what she said after that. But apparently, according to my grandmother, after that, she fought my mother. And I don't know how this panned out, but my grandma has scars on her arms from my mother, like, grabbing and trying to grab me and pull out of her arms and, like, digging into, like, her arm and clawing into it. I don't know how that worked. Because if my grandma's holding me... and my grandma's not, like, a strong physical person. So I can't, my grandma said she fought, but I imagine that's probably an exaggeration. What probably happened, because my mom's kind of a bitch, is my grandma probably just, like, shoved her, and then fucking my mother was just like, you pushed me, oh dear, I've been defeated, whatever shall I do? That's probably what happened. So then after that, my mother and my grandmother went into an arrangement. Because my grandma, she realized she fucked up. She's like, ah, shit. I don't want to actually have a kid. I don't want to raise a whole kid. So she had to deal with my mother. And she said, alright, you're going to move back in with me. I'm basically going to re-raise you. You're going to live with me, and you're going to get back on your feet. You're going to get clean. And then, once you finally get clean, get a new place, you're going to take and raise your own goddamn kid. You know, sensible arrangement. All things considered. At least as sensible as you can have in this weird situation, right? Hoot. I don't know what I'm doing here. I guess I'll go with this. I'm kind of in an awkward position here. I don't really... My dad was mostly high. He didn't really care or contribute anything. I saw him maybe a couple of times in my life that I remember. I remember one time... I have one actual memory of my dad in my head, and I have a few stories I've heard from my grandmother and my mother and my aunt, but for the most part they were basically not there, not really paying attention, and it's kind of funny, because my grandmother tried to keep my dad away because he's a piece of shit, and my mother, hilariously, despite my mom also kind of being a fucked up person, she also was trying to keep my dad out of the picture because he was a fucked up person. Which is a little funny. I don't know how true that part is, though. That's just what Diane told me, and she's not super trustworthy, so that could be horseshit. She maybe didn't do anything. He might have just totally just, like, bailed, and she just said that to save face. I don't really know for sure. But, so anyway, Grandmama and my mother have a deal. You know, we're gonna fucking let you get clean so you can raise your damn kid. But problem is, drug dealers knew where we fucking lived. And when I say drug dealers know where we live, this isn't like some spooky drama shit. This is kind of like... This isn't, like, legit scary drug dealer shit I'm talking about, right? This is, like, there was some dudes that my mother owed money, so they, like, drove up, and they, like, dismantled a bunch of shit from our gazebo and stole it out of righteous vengeance. So, very competent drug dealers, but not, like, scary, like, you know, TV, movie horseshit, you know? This is, like, no, this is some dudes that stole a bunch of our shit because my mom owed them money. Which, I mean, fair enough. They probably did. probably did. So eventually my grandma's like, alright, we live next to a liquor store, and apparently drug dealers that Diane owes money are robbing us now. So we're just gonna fucking move. But where can we move that she get clean and raise her own damn kid? I don't know. So what they decide is, you know what? Let's move so far into the middle of nowhere that she can't even find drugs. Let's move so far in the middle of goddamn nowhere she can't even find vodka anymore. So what we do is we sell our home in Nuevo, California, and we move to Shakota, Oklahoma, with a 12-acre yard that used to be a farm, tall wheat fields, and fuck all nothing else. Out of all places I have lived, Oklahoma is by far my least favorite. I'm gonna tell you what Oklahoma looks like right now. Fucking lay out a piece of paper, draw a flat line, draw some lines coming up from that line. That's what the entirety of the state of Oklahoma looks like. It's just one big wheat field with fuck all else. And then there's Oklahoma City somewhere in the middle of that. Somewhere. But that doesn't count. That ruins my narrative, so I'm ignoring that for now. Ah, shit, this is bad. The spirit is, how much damage are you gonna kill me with the spirit tomb? You have a lot of fucking 5, 10, 15, 60. I live. Okay, cool. I got really scared for a second. I'm not living great though. Actually, I'm doing pretty decent because I have this guy. Problem is I don't have a switch, and I don't have enough energy on you to retreat you, and I don't want to retreat you. Shit. He's probably gonna boss his orders him anyway though. Fuck. I'm just gonna attach the hiding energy to them. I'm gonna use Professor's research and hope I get a switch. Yes! Hell yeah, Batman! Hell yeah! I like how he was so close to dying from me switching too. Fucking hell. Maybe I should have used that Viridian Forest anyway. earlier, I mean. But anyway, so we moved to Oklahoma. I lived there for, I think, 3 years. But here's the dilemma. You know, we're living in the middle of nowhere. So eventually, good old Momski, she's like, hey, you know I've been doing a good job keeping clean, but, slight problem. I need a job, right? I can't, you know, make money, move out, and raise my kid if I don't have a job, right? I need a stable job so I can make money to raise my kid. Right? Right? There's nowhere around here. We're in a fucking glorified wheat field. So I need to drive out like an hour and a half or an hour or two to actually get to buildings and shops and places to work or buy anything. So that means you need to lend me your car. And let me go out on my own, don't you? And, you know, then my grandma was in a precarious position because, you know, with Diane's history, you know that's some sketchy shit, but it's like, well, shit, you do need to go out and, get a job, though. And what are they gonna do? Say, no, you can't go out and get a job? Because then she's never gonna be able to raise me. So she had to take the risk and say, alright, you can borrow the car. As soon as they do that, with me in the car, she goes out in a bikini driving around, finds directions to a liquor store asking randos, gets to the liquor store. And, for context, the reason she's wearing a bikini is because my mother thought if she drove around in a bikini, she could seduce somebody who could let her stay with them and buy them food and booze and probably drugs. So, she wore a bikini when she was driving around. Which I think is probably a little too obvious what she's after. But, I mean, it worked. When I get to the end of the story, it worked out for her. Not for anyone else involved, but it worked out for her. So, she finds directions to the liquor store in the first week, and here's a hilarious story. This is oh, by the way, you mentioned it earlier, and I didn't comment on it. I am not racist. I genuinely really appreciate the comedian comment that fills my heart full of joy. It makes it soar like an eagle to such an extent I am scared that it's gonna fly too far away, it's gonna cease beating, I'm gonna go into cardiac arrest, I'm gonna fall over and die on the floor in my underwear, and it's gonna be embarrassing because someone's gonna have to break in and find my underwear corpse. But I'm not racist, so that's not a worry. There's not going to be an awkward reveal down the line that, ruins anything. But anyway, so, there's this funny part where, she gets, her thing was, getting vodka. She would get cheap, bottom shelf vodka, and she would drink it. She just drinks, fucking vodka from the bottle, and it was she legit do the paper bag bullshit that doesn't fool anybody. She'd legit do that stupid shit, right? Like, oh yeah, nobody knows what you're drinking, Diane. She's kind of stupid, if you haven't gathered that by this point in the story. So, there's this funny part, right? Because at this point, I'm still a young lad. I moved to Oklahoma when I was, I think, 9 and a half, because I turned 10 in Oklahoma. So, I was probably, like, either 9 or 10 at this point, probably. I'm gonna bird keeper. Get me those cards. Ah, shit! That killed him anyway! Fuck! I didn't pay attention to that. Shit. No! No! I fucked up! Ah, shit! Actually, I don't think I had anything to get around that, actually. I think I was just fucked. Because if I would have retreated, that also would have killed him. Shit. Well played. That dude deserved that win. That dude was just smarter than me. He outplayed me, and goddamn it, he deserved to fucking win. But, anyway. Eventually, I'll finish the story. Eventually. So, she's sitting there. She bought her fucking bottle of vodka. And this is also why I'm not a fan of vodka. I'm not super into vodka. That's another reason why I'm not. But, she's sitting there, and she's drinking. And she's driving, because she's in charge of the car. And, you know, at this point, you know, good old 9, maybe 10-year-old J-Dub, you know, I'm sitting there, you know, fucking wee, little tiny disco blood party. I'm like, hey, Mom, I don't think you're supposed to drink and drive. And I kid you not, this is one of my single favorite quotes in my lifetime. And honestly, I'm not even that mad about the child abuse because it gives me the fact I can say this joke in 100% honesty because it's that fucking funny. My mother legit, straight-faced, looked at me while driving, dead in the face, eyes fucking concentrated, beaming into my eyes, fucking brown paper bag of vodka in one hand, steering wheel in the other, looks at me, fucking non-facetiously and says, "Ah, don't worry, I'll just drive in between sips." Deadass tells me, "Nah, don't worry, I won't drink and drive. I'm just gonna drive in between sips." The fucking... And the thing is, I was like 9 or 10, so I didn't understand how law works. So I'm just like, alright, I guess you're not drinking and driving. Shit, alright. Fair enough. I couldn't call them out because I didn't know. I'm like, maybe that works. Shit. You're probably right. What is this on her bench? Oh, it's never peek around. I mean, yeah, she... So, but here's the funny thing. And, you know, we're in a, you know, good old Oklahoman road, right? So... we didn't exactly have a lot of cars on this road. This is like, you know, kind of fucking dirt road, right? Not a lot of other cars there. So there was no actual real danger in here. All the danger was mostly in my head because I was fucking terrified. Because she was drinking and driving. But no real, there wasn't any real danger because it was a dirt road in the middle of nowhere. I don't know how she could have possibly even got into an accident. So if there was a safe place to drunk drive, it was probably that place. Not that it was a good idea. But, basically, she commits to it. And what she did is she would take a sip, drive a little bit, come to a dead stop in the middle of the road, take a sip, start the car, drive. 1 minute, stops the car, takes a sip, drives, stops the car, takes a sip, drives. Over and over again. Over and over. And it's not a long drive before she stops again. It's really short. And at this point, not only do I not know enough to actually tell her whether or not that actually escapes the legality of drinking and driving, also, I'm too scared to say anything else otherwise because she keeps stopping the car in the middle of the road. So even though it's a dirt road and nobody's fucking driving here because it's fucking Oklahoma and nobody lives there, I'm still scared that she's gonna get us killed by stopping in the middle of the road, so she shut my ass up and I sat quiet the rest of the drive. So, as you can imagine, yeah, she didn't get a job. She just kept driving to liquor stores. But, it panned out for her, because eventually, what she did is, she seduced a man who owned a liquor store. By the way, it wasn't the same liquor store we went to. I think it might have been a liquor store in Eufaula, I'm not sure. But she married a dude who, I don't know if, I think he owned the liquor store or he was a manager there. It might have been like his parents that owned it, but dude who worked or managed a liquor store. And, so she ended up marrying that dude and moved out. Ah, shit, no! I meant to use Marnie, shit! Fuck! Whoops, I'm gonna sound broken heart. I just fucked up bad. I'm getting too invested in my story. I'm not fucking paying attention, shit. This guy might win because I just did a big dumb. Yeah, it does have a happy ending. It does have a happy ending. My life is pretty sweet right now. Ah, shit! I just said a spoiler before you said that! No! No! I guess it's not a spoiler besides just saying it's a happy ending. I mean, that is a spoiler. Regardless, but like, at least... Ah, no! Fuck! It said select... Ah, shit! Dude, I lose. I thought it was making... I always think it's gonna make you choose the one you switch into first. Ah, fuck. Dude, I'm I kind of just want to concede. I'm sorry! I said that before you posted that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jack. Dude, I'm conceding this game. I am too embarrassed with how bad I fucking fucked up my fucking thing in the game. I'm so fucking embarrassed. I'm leaving that immediately. I'm just fucking... That guy deserves to win. Because even if I fucking found a way to win anyway at the end there, I didn't deserve it with how bad I fucking did some misplays. Because I was too invested in my own story. But, she ends up marrying the dude, this dude who either works at or owns a liquor store or some shit like that, and, moves in with him. She moves out and lives with him. And, here's the thing. She's not working. She's definitely not clean. And eventually, me grandparents are sitting there. And they're like, ah, shit! This kid ain't ever moving out. Diane's not taking her kid back, she just left. She just left without her kid. We can't just, in good conscience, give this kid to them when she's clearly not clean. That defeats the whole purpose of us raising this kid. These last, like, 11, 12 years. Shit! We didn't want to get stuck with them, though. At no point did we want to get stuck with this kid. Fuck! So, my grandparents don't know what to do. They realize, oh no, this arrangement didn't pan out. Now we're just stuck with this kid. We didn't want to raise him, but we can't just not do it. We're stuck. But, my grandma wasn't in a super great marriage with my grandpa. I don't know all the details. I just know they argued a lot and weren't really happy. So eventually, my grandma, she opens the door. I'm playing Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube. And she's like, hey, young Disco Blood Party, young JW, do you know what divorce is? And it's funny, because I didn't know what divorce is. But the reason I knew what divorce is because I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! And in Yu-Gi-Oh! They mentioned divorce. So, hilariously, I actually didn't know what divorce is because of fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Which, I was 11 or 12, because I moved to Minnesota when I was 12, but nearly 13. And I turned 13 not long after... I think I turned 13 not too long after moving to Minnesota. I mean, I moved there in the summer, so I was either 12 or 13, I think. I mean, maybe 11. It was definitely 13 either when I moved to Minnesota or not long after. So I was probably somewhere between 11 to 13, because I don't know how long I was in Oklahoma after the divorce. It doesn't feel like it was long, but my memory of that is, like, pretty vague. So, really, it could be fucking, you know, who knows. So, somewhere between 11 and 13. At that point in the story. Ah, shit! Rest in peace. But, so basically, she divorces my grandpa, and, she gets her shit, she leaves. And, she moves to the Upper Peninsula, Michigan. And she gets, she marries her high school sweetheart, actually. She re-meets up with her old high school sweetheart, who used to have a bad alcohol problem, because he had some bad PTSD from the military, and he didn't know how else to cope with it. And he actually cleaned up, and turned his life around, and she met back up with him. And it was actually kind of beautiful. And, they ended up getting happily married. You know, fucking good for them. Ah, shit, no, that puts on the bench. Fuck. I am invested in my story, and I'm not fully paying attention. So I'm sorry that I'm playing kind of shitty. Because I am focused on telling you my story. But, so they get divorced. And, this guy's doing a woe face because I fucked up. Alright, you like the story more? Alright, fair enough. That's good. So, That'd be a little bad if you're like, I know this story is really crazy, but I kind of would rather you just keep playing Eternatus against his phalanx. I mean, either way, I'm going to, but that'd be kind of funny if you're like, can you shut up with your story? I don't want to hear your life story. I just want to hear about Pokemon. I don't want to hear about Oklahoma anymore. I just want to hear about Pokemon. That would be kind of... I don't know how to react if that was your fucking mentality. But, Grandma bails. I'm just living with my grandpa for a bit. Ah, shit. Fuck. Yeah, I'm losing this game. This dude's fucking getting... He is set up, and I am not. I am not set up at all. It's probably... I'm losing a lot of good cards from Professor's research, but I'm desperate. And I don't know what else I could possibly do here. Shit. Sorry, I'm fucking trying to maybe turn something around. So, I'm chilling with my grandpa. But my grandpa's also chilling there, and he's like, I am a grumpy old man. I'm not good with kids. My grandpa was a very honest dude. He was stubborn, but he was very honest. And he's like, I'm not really good with kids. And I don't think I can really raise this kid very well. I'm just kind of grumpy. I don't get along with kids. You know? And I don't think it's a good idea to have me raise this kid on my own. So he rings up my aunt. And my aunt, I used to stay with a lot. Off and on, right? I would visit her once in a while and stay for a bit. Back when I lived in California. So he rang up my aunt and he's like, hey, you want a kid? Because my aunt, she offered a few times here and there because she knew, obviously, Diane wasn't going to take care of me. And he was just like, hey, do you want this kid? He doesn't talk to me at all about it. And it's summertime, summer vacation. It was 6th grade summer vacation, I remember that much. I remember for sure it was 6th grade summer vacation. And, basically, he's like, hey, listen, you're gonna get to go spend summer vacation with your aunt and uncle. And I know how much you love your aunt and uncle. But here's the thing. You might end up living there. But here's the thing, I was a dumb kid. So in my dumb kid brain, I'm just like, alright. I don't really think much of it. I probably should have, but I didn't. I was like, alright. So, you know, he has me pack up all my shit. And go through all my shit and throw away most of my shit. I should have threw away more than what I did. My poor grandpa shouldn't have been packing up and helping a small child move this much furniture and VHS tapes. But he was, because I didn't take it seriously, because he said, you might end up living there. You know, because he said might, I'm like, oh, whatever. Probably not that serious. He's probably mostly joking. So I don't really throw away much shit. So, you know, poor dude had to haul all this in the back of a fucking, you know, truck. Do I really have to discard shit even though he's winning? That's annoying. Alright, there we go. But, so, you know, I fucking pack up my shit, and for summer vacation, I go to, Minnesota. I leave Oklahoma, I go to Albany, Minnesota. To, stay with my aunt, and my cousin Tap, and my cousin Kevin. And, still talk to my cousin Tap. I don't talk to anybody else I've mentioned in the story at all anymore. I'm sure the reasons why are obvious. And, you know, some time passes. I'm having a fun summer vacation. But some time passes. And slowly, even though I'm, you know, young and kinda too, you know, a little naive, eventually I kinda realize, I'm like, shit, I'm living here now, aren't I? Eventually it dawns on me, I'm like, shit, you wouldn't say you might end up staying there if I wasn't just fucking staying there. They wouldn't have got me a bedroom and moved my shit here if I wasn't just staying here. And I realized, I'm like, shit, I'm just living here, aren't I? And, there was, I think, you know, I think when I realized it, I don't know if this is exactly, I think this is when I realized it, I don't know for sure, but, because I know there was a time where, my aunt looked at me and she's like, hey, do you like living here? You like living here, right? Would you hate it if you just lived here from now on? And I'm like, yeah, I like it here, it's cool, I guess. And then, I either then, or a little before, or a little after, I realized I'm like, shit. This is just where I live now, isn't it? And, then I went through, all of my high school, living with my aunt and uncle. My aunt and uncle weren't bad people. They were genuinely good people. There's a lot of fucked up things in how they raised me, I feel, and there's a lot of fucked up things about them as people that really rub me the wrong way to this day, and I'm really bitter about it. I don't want to get too much into that, because that's a lot of awkwardness, and it's kind of hard to explain. I think they were pretty decent, good people, and I think they genuinely did what they thought was best. I just happen to be of the opinion that a lot of the stuff they did kinda... I think them, not as guardians or parents, but them as people. There's a lot of things I think is fucked up that rubs me the wrong way and irks me. And I think there's a lot of shit in our situation that makes me think that they were very irresponsible, bad with money, and led to an overall worse situation. And I think the way they treated my cousin Tap, who was their own kid, was really fucked up. But all in all, I don't think they ever did any of that intentionally, and I don't think they're fully aware that what they did is fucked up, and I don't think they have the capacity to be aware it's fucked up. I think if I brought it up to them, they would just disagree. So, there's not really, you know, fruitless thing to go into. So, long story short, it was iffy. I had a kind of awkward relationship. They did. My aunt and uncle, they genuinely wanted to take me in. Because they pitied me. And pitied my grandpa for being stuck with me. I was a kid taken in because they felt bad. I was a pity orphan boy that was taken in. And my grandparents didn't want me either. It was a long series of people who felt bad. Taking me in out of obligation. Because they would have felt shitty if they didn't. Which honestly, you know, it feels shitty on my end. Because it's like, yeah, I'm being taken in out of pity. But, you know, at the same time, it's like, thank God they took me in, because how fucked would I be if they didn't, right? So, you know, it's kind of... The whole thing with my aunt and uncle and all that shit, I was aware. I might not have been fully aware of the pity thing for... I mean, I was... Okay, I was yes and no. I kinda knew. But, like, I knew a little bit. Like, I always knew about my grandparents taking me in to protect me from my mother. And I always knew they took me in, and eventually my mother would take me back when she got clean. I always knew that much. And I knew my grandpa dumped me off of my aunt and uncle because he didn't think he'd be a good grandparent. I didn't fully understand it 100%, but I understood it enough. But it's a really weird situation. My aunt and uncle did a lot of good things for me. But a lot of how they went about it, I'm bitter about. You know, even though them doing it obviously was better than if they didn't do it. And at the end of the day, I have to appreciate that they did do that much, for sure. So, because of that, it's a really kind of hate-love situation. Like, I love them for it, but I also kind of hate a lot of things they did. So, I kind of feel awkward about it. But my aunt and uncle would raise me all through high school until I turned 18. And once I turned 18... Basically, the situation is, my aunt and uncle were renting a house that they didn't look at before they decided to start renting it. And they were overpaying for it really bad. And they were really poor because of that, and because I think they just were kind of awkward with money, if I'm being honest. But, you know, that's just an educated guess. That's not a fact, I know for sure. But, we lived like we were broke, for sure. And, basically they said that once I turned 18, they were going to move out and retire. And they were going to move in with my cousin Travis, who I hated. They're going to move in with him. My cousin Travis is a piece of shit. I'm not going to go into why. It's complicated. But my cousin Travis isn't a very good person, but he was the favorite kid of the family. He was the favorite golden boy who got a fat check from the military and made good money, so he is everyone's favorite. And they were going to move to Tennessee to go live with him and retire. And I basically had an ultimatum. I could either stay living with my aunt and uncle and move in with them to Tennessee, my cousin Travis, which I didn't want to do because it was kind of awkward with my aunt and uncle, you know, as I vaguely explained, and I hate my cousin Travis. Or I can hitch a ride with my cousin Tap wherever she's moving out to. My cousin Tap's like, hey, I'm moving in with this cool boyfriend I got that I met online on the internet. They're in Michigan. I'm gonna go move in with them. That boyfriend was living in a friend's house at the time. So I hitched a ride with my cousin Tap to the house of a parent of a friend of the boyfriend they met on the internet. And you see, that probably sounds like an obvious, you know, red flag. I didn't really think it was. I'm like, nah, it's gonna be great. Because I'm kind of naive and stupid, and I make a lot of rash decisions. And so I moved to Michigan. Yeah, I was really young. For context, I didn't know how to drive, I didn't have a driver's license, and when I moved out, I didn't even have my social security card. My aunt didn't think to give it to me, because I didn't ask. But I was too young and dumb to think to ask. You know? I didn't know I needed to ask for that shit. I just assumed anything I needed I would have been handed, you know? Because I was moving out, and they were my guardians, so I'm like, yeah, they're gonna just do the shit I need before I move out. And they just didn't. They're just like, nah, you didn't ask. Hoot. Yeah, that's immune to me, so... I don't have any energy now. I'm just gonna go to you, because I gotta set my dude up. Get that. Turbo patch. Maybe I get lucky and get a coin flip. Coin flip gods! I'm gonna put it on you. But, basically, I move out, end up living at the friend of my cousin Tap's boyfriend's house for a bit in their basement. Eventually, they kick Tap and the boyfriend out, but they let me stay there because I kind of just stayed in the basement and didn't really talk or anything. So, I just stayed in the basement, but the basement was like infested with fleas because their cats got fleas and there was a lot in the basement. And the futon I had when I moved there was like dilapidated. It like broke the fuck down. It was like fucked up futon. So I was on, and they were scared the landlord would find out I was there because apparently I wasn't allowed to be there. So I had to hide my futon. So what I did is I took all the boxes I had in the basement and I stacked them up in like a box like by the wall, and then I took all the boxes in the center of that box, right? Like I made a big like rectangle shape, and I took all the boxes in the center and I stacked them up on the walls until it was hollowed out, and then I hid a futon, a television, and a Nintendo Wii U in there, and that's where I hid. And as long as I was there, you know, I'd be fine, because the landlord wouldn't find me out. Eventually, the landlord found out I was there anyway, and he said he didn't care because I was a nice guy, which is cool. But they told me I couldn't move my stuff out from behind the boxes anyway, which is kind of shitty. So I just like hid out in the flea basement for a while. Eventually, I moved my shit a few blocks over on a series of skateboards to the parents' house of the boyfriend of my cousin Tap, and I lived in their basement for a little bit until my cousin Tap and I saved up enough to get an apartment, and then we shared an apartment for a while until eventually I had enough money saved up to buy my own apartment and move out. Which is a lot of shit to get to that point. And that's the apartment I still stay at now. During this time, when I first moved to Michigan, which is where I still live now, I live in Monroe, Michigan now. I'm 22 right now, so I'm still a young boy, still a wee lad. I'm saying a lot of shit in the story, so it probably sounds like I'm older, but I'm actually still really young. It didn't really happen recently per se. I mean, probably. I mean, I guess it depends how old you are with what would be considered recent, but I'm 22, so, you know, that story is like going throughout like my whole life, so. Some of that's recent. All the Michigan shit's recent. I've only been in Michigan like 5-6 years? I don't really know how long. I moved here in 2016. It's 2020 now, so like, yeah, 4 or 5 years or so. Depending exactly when I moved. I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was 2016, so it'd be like 4 years. Hoot is an awkward thing, isn't it? Turbo patch? No. Boss's orders? To Obstagoon? I guess, because I don't know what else to do. Yeah, this guy is... I think he's gonna win. Even though I'm, like, now leading in prizes, he's gonna win. I can't really do a lot. I think eventually he's gonna win. I'm gonna run out of resources because I can't get a lot of shit set up. And my Darkrai's not set up yet. I think eventually he's gonna beat me just because his resource management right now is a lot better. But, anyway. So, during, so when I first moved here, I also started going to college, because I was in special ed all through high school, and because I had a lot of personality and emotional issues. I'm sure that's probably not surprising. I was kind of really fucked in the head. I was like a fucking, like, basket case, right? I was a emotional train wreck. Got a lot better, but because of that, I also kind of really sucked at doing the work, and because I was in special ed for the emotional issues, I kind of used that as an excuse to be lazy, so I didn't really pay attention a lot in high school. So because of that, any of the time they were really explaining proper college shit to me, I wasn't exactly listening very well. Do I boss's orders out or no? Yeah, because I don't have you set up at all. Like, even a little bit. So, I'm gonna retreat to you. I'm gonna boss's orders out to your Rowlet before you get another one set up, and I'm for sure fucked. And I'm gonna kill you. So I was going to college. Originally, I was gonna go for graphic design, but because of my living situation being so fucked, I had like a panic attack situation, and I decided I wanted to get a degree that was really vague sounding, that would look good on an application no matter what job I was getting. So I did what all people do when they don't know what they actually want to do and they're going to college, and I went in for business! I was getting a degree in business management. But the problem is, with that living situation, my, you know, what I was doing as a college student, I was a shitty college student, you know? You know, there's no way to say it any other way. I was a shitty college student, you know, going through my business management classes. I was really shitty. I was a shitty student. I can't marty yet. I don't have enough energy to switch yet. I can use you, though. I'm gonna discard one Marnie, because I have another Marnie in my hand. I should have probably discarded that. I mean, I can use it, but I'm just gonna attack even though he's gonna block it anyway. Thank you, Crazy Jack. Appreciate it. But, so I was going to college at the time, and I met a human. I guess they probably don't want me to use their name. Whatever. They're kind of an asshole anyway. Anyway, so I started dating this human. I started dating this lady in college. Actually, no, I didn't start dating her in college. I started dating her later. I was in college when I started dating her. I think when I started technically dating her, she was like different. Anyway, I'm gonna overcomplicate it. It doesn't matter. I met a lady in college and we started dating. I was not in a good mental position though, and honestly, I wasn't really in a good place to start like dating a person. I think it was way too soon for me to do something like that, because I was in the kind of place, right, where I was like such a wreck emotionally, where I was gonna be too emotionally dependent on anybody I met at that point, like friend, significant other, or otherwise. But I started dating this person, and the thing about this person is that they called themselves polyamorous. Hey, I got another viewer! Sorry for the viewer that just joined in. I've been in the middle of, like, a very long story I've been telling to Crazy Jack over here. I somehow ended up in my life story, but I'll just start at a place where you can get what I'm talking about. I started dating this lady in college, and the thing about this lady is that she was also, like, she called herself polyamorous, which is when you're in a relationship with multiple people at once and you're all dating each other, which is fine. That's a totally fine thing. But she wasn't really exactly polyamorous, as she told multiple people she was dating them and was actually cheating on all of them with multiple people. And I was the only person that this person was dating that actually knew she was sleeping around with a billion other people. I told them I was fine with it. Because at the time it's like, you know, well, fuck it. I'm not in a good place to say shit right now, and I'm emotionally fucking desperate, so fuck it, right? I'll give it a try. And honestly, I don't have a problem with polyamory. And at the end of the story, I mean, I don't really feel like ever doing it again, but, you know, I gave it a shot, because fuck it, you know? I was, you know, wanted to be with somebody. So I was dating this person. Didn't pan out well. They had, I won't go into too much detail on it, but they had overly Catholic parents, and eventually their parents realized they were, like, sleeping with, like, 16 people, and telling all of them they were dating them, and that's not very Catholic of them. And, it's funny, because their parents actually weren't more upset they were dating multiple people. They were more upset that most of them were women, because that was gay, and they didn't like that, because they were homophobic. But, because of that, the girl decided to break up with all of the people at once, except the one person their parents approved of, which was this dude named Nolan. And their parents didn't like me because they thought I was a lot of baggage, which, shit, they're right. So, that happened. Yeah, but, during the time I was in the open relationship with Sasha. Oh, shit, I said their name. Fuck it. Hi, Sasha, how you doing? So during that time, I met my fiance, Heather, the greatest human in all human history. I met her during that time, and I was very open about it. I'm like, hey, I'm dating this other person, but we're in an open relationship. And, person I was dating and Heather, they all talked, you know, we got along. And, you know, Heather and I started dating while I was with Sasha. Everybody knew about it, so it was all, you know, nobody was doing anything behind each other's back. It was all great. And then when Sasha broke up with me and all the other people, shit, said their name again, whatever. I mean, they told their parents about all this, so I guess it's kind of out in the open anyway, I think. Probably. Anyway, I guess if they complain, I'll say sorry. Not that they'll watch the stream anyway, but if they do, I'll just say sorry. That's fair, right? But, after they broke up with us, it was just Heather and I, and after that point, we're kind of just like, you know, after that whole, like, emotional roller coaster, let's just date each other. And, then that's what we did, you know. Every once in a while, you know, we talk to each other, and thought about maybe trying the open relationship thing again, you know, and we talked to some other people, and, you know, just never really went anywhere. My fiance and I love each other a lot, so essentially, the thing of us not doing an open relationship again wasn't really even that neither of us wanted to try it again. It was more that we actually just kinda liked each other too much, and my fiance and I are, like, too clingy. So, like, I just don't think either of us actually would really want to be with another person enough to really make such a thing actually function properly in, like, an actual good way. But, yeah, now I have my own apartment. I'm a manager at a restaurant, which is going pretty good. And I have a fiance who I'm engaged to who loves me with all her heart, and I love her. So, even though there was an emotional roller coaster that Crazy Jack was here for, and I'm sorry my lovely new viewer wasn't here for all of that. But, yeah, despite all that, I'm in a pretty dang sweet situation now, and my life's pretty dang lovely. So, I don't have a lot to complain about. Yeah, it does have a happy ending. I'm engaged to the greatest person in my whole life I've ever met. She's wonderful, and we play Pokemon cards together and go on lovely dinner dates. And she listens to me when I drink beer and rant about stupid shit. Yeah. Sorry that was such a long tirade. Yeah, COVID happened. It's actually kind of funny, because she graduated from college right before COVID hit. So, like, when she was job hunting, COVID happened. So I was like, ah, shit! Your job options immediately got super limited right after you graduated. But she did find a job. She's working at Walmart right now, and she likes it a lot, so it worked out anyway. COVID has been, like, awkward. It's the first beginning part of the year with COVID for me. I got, like, really sad about it, and I just, like, kind of sat inside and ate a lot of junk food. And, the one good thing about COVID, though, is I caught up on One Piece. Because One Piece is, one of my favorite manga of all time. And I caught up on the anime. I caught up in the anime back in high school, then I fell behind. Then when I moved here, I caught up again. Then I fell 2.5 years behind, and then I caught up again during COVID. So, thank you, COVID, for making me catch up on One Piece, I guess. But yeah, first few months of COVID, I got kinda depressed and just ate a lot of junk food. Way more junk food than I should have. But once I got used to it and a few things opened up, it wasn't as bad. On the bright side, my work was really good to me about it, and they didn't cut my hours at all. You know, they just said no more overtime. But I still got 40 hours a week. And the dude who runs our store, or not runs our store, the dude who owns our store, gave us like a $2 raise for hazard pay for the first 3 months of COVID. It was like really cool. And an extra free meal a day so we wouldn't have to go out as much. So my job was really fucking good to me during COVID when that started. So that worked out pretty well. And even though not everything's open yet, there's enough stuff that is open to where it's kind of fine now and I'm used to it. So, like, I'm not really, like, uncomfortable or sad with COVID right now. I'm just, like, used to it. And there's enough open I can go to, and what I can, like, DoorDash over. The one bad thing about COVID is I'm spending a lot of money on DoorDash now. Because I love Chinese food. How's COVID been for you, man? How's COVID been for you? Cause I'm one of the lucky ones. I had a job that didn't have to close down and treated me good for it. You know, it's actually kind of, because I've done, despite doing, like, a lot of random videos and junk, I don't think I've ever, like, given the full rundown of my moving history in a video. So that's a fun thing to have on, like, a record in an archive, if I ever want to have that. because I don't really have any, like, awkwardness about telling it, obviously, because I just told it on the internet. Because, I've told it, like, 1,000,000,000,000 times, so it's, like, a nothing story at this point. Oh yeah, dude, I hated online classes. When I was in college, they had so many fucking online classes. I mean, it wasn't... I wasn't doing online classes, doing in-person classes, but all the work was like... Even though I was at the college physically, most of the work was online anyway. So I'd, like, show up to the college and then pull out the laptop and then do it online. But I had to show up anyway. So I just had to waste bus money, even though I had to do all this online shit. But I was a bad student, so online gave me excuses to procrastinate, and it was bad. I will say, though, part of another thing that made it a happy ending is... oh, I forgot. I won't say where, but, I end up, a thing happened, and I ended up in some medical debt, and I had to drop out of college. I mean, I didn't have to, but at the time, I got, like, I think I only got, like, halfway through a year at college, and I was like, okay, I got this far, I did 2 quarters, right, I paid for 2 quarters, with, like, the Pell Grant and shit like that, and I haven't accumulated any debt yet. Now, I have accumulated medical debt. I was going to do a payment plan for college, right? But I don't think I can handle doing a payment plan for college and also a payment plan for my medical debt. So I dropped out of college to focus on the medical debt. And, so it worked out, though, because even though I didn't get my business management degree, I'm a manager anyway at a place now, which is pretty dope. I'm going to be right back. I am going to run and grab a beer. I will literally be another beer. I'm going to be gone for, like, maybe 15 seconds, if that. So, 1 second, broski. I'll be right back. I have returned to the world. Are you still alive? Hey, thank you, man. That's another reason. No, seriously, genuinely, thank you, like, so much. That really makes me feel a lot better about streaming, and it really makes me feel like I need to, like, keep streaming a lot more. But that is one of the reasons that for the longest time I really... Hold on, there we go. I moved my mic, so it's... Sorry if it sounded a little quiet for a second. Again, thanks for the comment so much. That's another reason I really, for the longest time, genuinely felt I needed to start doing Twitch and live streams. Because none of the other shit I tried before really panned out, but one thing I've always been good at is talking way too much about everything. I have a very overbearing... I have a huge overbearing fear of dead silence. I can't take it. I would rather blurt out deep secrets of myself than have a second of silence. I would rather say something embarrassing than have silence. And I'm good at talking at length for a long time about literally anything. That is one of my biggest talents in life, is fucking talking. So I always wanted to be able to start live streaming because I'm confident I could stream near indefinitely and still talk about something. So... That's a thing I always felt like I really needed to start doing, and just didn't have the means to until recently. Which also makes me extra happy that I have actually been getting some people like you watching. Because I haven't been doing it that long, only maybe 2 weeks, if that, and to already have, like, some people tuning in is really cool. Alright. The beer I acquired on my quick trip is another Brewdog Hazy Jane. It's New England style IPA with 7.2 alcohol per volume. It's pretty good. I like BrewDog a bunch. My favorite beer is Guinness, but I was more in an IPA mood. Guinness at my local Meijer has been selling out, like, constantly lately, and I don't know why. It's weird to me. Like, I love Guinness, but I didn't know there were so many other random fucks in Monroe that were on the fucking Guinness bandwagon. Come on, lucky boys. Pretty please. Not bad. Can't complain too much with that hand. Would be nice for next turn. Put it on you in case I can't get enough cards on my bench. Hit you with that 30. Might add up and matter, might not. Where's my beer? Here it is. Let me crack that boy open and pour it in my beer glass. At a 90-degree angle, the beer pouring angle. Oh shit, you're from the Netherlands. That's 232. Oh shit. I like I said 232, even though it's clearly 237. I've honestly just been streaming whenever I have free time, so it honestly depends. I usually stream, usually start earlier than this. But it's pretty much, I try to stream as many times during the week as I can, like in between work and, plans with my friends and my fiance. So, I don't have any set streaming schedule yet. It's kind of just when I can fit it in. But, usually, United States and Michigan time. I usually work morning shift, so it's usually, like, probably late evening kind of time, like 5, 6 p.m. over here time. When I do stream, unless I have a day off that's not Sunday, because sometimes I might stream earlier then, but those days I've still kinda done the late evening. But it is pretty dang hype talking to you though, dude. So I could try to stream earlier, when I have free time. If it lines up to where I can do an earlier morning stream, so it would be easier on your end, I might do that. Crobat! Crobat is such a lovely card. I'll get rid of Piers, I think. Hoots. No, I'm gonna get... do I want to go Zigzagoon? Yeah, I'll go Zigzagoon. Pop that bad boy on the bench. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on your Eternatus. I don't think that 10 will matter, but just in case. It's the highest HP Pokemon that he's gonna have, so that might matter later. Beer, I love you. But I'm still like pretty new at this, so I'm just kinda following the logic of I should just try to get streams in as often as I can in between all like my other like plans and shit. My fiance just sent me... okay, since it's a little while ago, I didn't notice it. She just sent me a text, and she texted me a YouTube link to a video titled, How to Make a Ramen with a Gun. I don't know what to say about that. Oh, shit. Well played, my guy. Well played. I'm gonna get rid of that so he can't retreat out. Because he has hide energy anyway, doesn't he? Ah, he does, shit. So that's not really gonna help much. Oh, she is. She is delightful. Greatest human being in human history. By far. That's the most selfish possible interpretation of who's the best person. Because I'm purely basing it off of who's most beneficial for me in history. But I don't really care. I'm fine being biased. If there's one thing I am fine being biased about, it's when my fiance is involved. Hell yeah, Batman! Hell yeah! Fucking... Oh shit, what? Oh shit, fuck. Yeah, hell yeah. Fucking... all the damage. So he's got to fucking retreat, and I just need a boss's orders, which I'm playing 3 in this deck. And I've used 0, so... shouldn't be too hard to get a boss's orders and finish him off. He might be playing Malo and Lana, but I haven't... maybe. He might be playing Malo and Lana. But even so, I might be able to still finish him off after he heals from Malo and Lana. Yeah, I'll mention on Discord when I go live. That wouldn't be hard to do, my dude. Hurry up with your turn, my friend. 'Cause I'm an impatient bitch. Ah, shit! Fuck you. I'll discard my Zigzagoons because they're now useless to me. Because they're only played for their ability. And they're low HP, so they're easy for you to fucking snipe. Though these guys are also easy for you to snipe, but I'm more worried about spread damage than boss's orders kills right now. Which, actually, that might be a bad idea. Maybe I shouldn't have gone that route, but it's the route I went. Do I have a hide? I don't have a hide energy on anybody. That's concerning. Hoot. I'm gonna, because I might want that bird keeper next turn, so I'm gonna save it. I don't know if I want to Professor's Research that away. Oh yeah, that is a really solid ability. I forget about it sometimes too, but it is really good. Ability Lock is always good in this card game. It always is. I don't know if you were playing at the time. I know you said... I don't know, because earlier you said you got into it pretty recently. I don't know if you're, like, meaning, like, into it in general, or, like, back into it. But we used to have, back in the XY days, like, in the days of the X and Y sets of the card game, we had a Garbodor that just blocked any ability... Oh, in general? Okay. We had this Garbodor that just blocked abilities, period, from the bench. And every fucking deck played it because it was so fucking good. And ever since then, we have never had any card even remotely as good at blocking abilities than that. The Bird Keeper. I know I have a hide energy, but I really want to keep that capture energy for when I can kill this guy. Okay, so if you don't do anything to get rid of him, you're dead next turn. But, there was this old Garbodor that was so... Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Because that's just the best ability lock we've ever had. That Garbodor's fucking crazy good. Every time we get ability lock, they always, like, nerf it so much. Which I think is kind of fair, because ability lock is pretty crazy. So I can see why they would be, like, nervous about, like, I don't know if we want to make that good. You know? Like, that's fair. But, it is kind of funny that we've just had only less good ability lock ever since that. Oh yeah, Lysander's Lab. Lysander's Lab. Yeah, that was, yeah. Oh, wait, no. Not Lysander's Lab. That blocked tools. Shit. I know the one you're talking about. It blocked the GX abilities. Yeah, we had that too. That was really good. Because, Mewtwo and Mew at the time was broken. Mewtwo and Mew GX, when that first came out, that deck was so good. And its weakness was Psychic. So the best counter for Mewtwo and Mew was Mewtwo and Mew. So because of that, yeah, I think it was Silent Lab. I think it was. I don't remember, though, for sure, but I think you're right. But, the best counter for Mewtwo and Mew was Mewtwo and Mew, so therefore just everybody was playing fucking Mewtwo and Mew. And I played that deck so fucking much when that was fucking the top dog. And it's still good. It's still a good deck even now. But, yeah, that was mostly used as, like, a huge counter against that deck because it was so broken. But, eventually we got, I think it's, what's it called? It's, the stadium that discards other stadiums. It's, Chaos Vortex, I think. That card, that started getting played in Mewtwo and Mew decks as a counter for the stadium that was made as a counter to Mewtwo and Mew. Which is kind of funny. Oh, Chaotic Swell, you're right. Thank you. Can I get a boss's orders? That'd be cool. No? Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, game. Can't fault you for that one. Lucky boys? Alright. I'm gonna change you, because I don't want to use my Crobat if I can't actually draw from it. I don't know why I felt like using it on them. I just wanted to be a dick. Ah, shit, whatever. Dude, I need to get a rod, because I am running through shit. Alright. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, Lil Moma. How you doing? Thanks for stopping on by. We're having happy beers and card game cheers over here. Hey, that's good. Chilling's good. It's better than heating. Okay, alright. Yeah, welcome to the stream. We've been, well, playing Pokemon! It's a pretty straightforward build of Eternatus V Max. I'm not doing anything, like, crazy. It's just kind of a... How many V Maxes do I have? I have a lot. I'm playing, I have, 5 Eternatus V Maxes. I'm obviously can only play 4. So I'm playing 4. Oh, shit. No! No! We have failed! Sadness beers time. I take a sad drink of this hazy Jane IPA. Rest in peace to my hope and dreams, but at least the beer's good. And I got Sour Patch Kids, so it ain't too bad. But, I can't complain too much. I won a lot of the last few matches. There's a few that I actually lost because I misplayed a lot because I got too invested in a story I was telling on the stream. But, I guess I don't lose too much pride if I lose because I'm not paying attention. But yeah, thank you for stopping on by. I started streaming like 2 weeks ago. I stream every single day. I actually have the free time to do so. I work a lot and have a lot of overtime. But I've been streaming at least like 2 or 3 times a week. So I've been getting it in there. Sour Patch Kids are so fucking good, man. Fucking adore me some Sour Patch Kids. My fiance bought me this box. It has 6 bags of Sour Patch Kids, 6 Swedish Fish, and 6 Sour Patch Kid watermelons. So I have been eating candy for dinner. That's what I've been doing today, and it is not healthy. So, my fiance has succeeded in killing any dietary plans I had, because my dinner tonight is Sour Patch Kids and beer, and I don't know if that's the adult decision to make, but it's a decision I made. For real though, I'm probably sometime before I go to bed after the stream, I'm probably gonna get real food. I'm probably gonna get really hungry. No, legit, I haven't had any real food since fucking 11 p.m. is the last time I had real food. Since then, I've just had like fucking Sour Patch Kids. Because when I was at work, I fucking snuck some food real quick in between other shit. I like walked off the floor for a little bit, ate something, walked back on, quick ski, and then I got home and I was tired, so I didn't feel like doing shit. And then I was like, you know what? I have the free time. I'm off tomorrow. Let's crack open some beer and let's fucking stream. Let's get myself in a good mood. Let's get a little groovy, you know? Let's not just sit here and be lazy and do nothing, okay? I don't want to waste my whole goddamn night because I'm tired and not do anything. And I'm glad I did, because I'm feeling way more peppy. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling loosey-goosey, and I'm having a good time. And before I was just laying in my bed, fucking scrolling through Twitter and shit. And the last thing I need is to spend more time scrolling through fucking Twitter. Ah, dude, COVID's been a dick. COVID is, not been fun at all. I don't think anybody would, disagree with that idea. But, a lot of stuff around me is open now, so it's not too bad. I mean, not, like, open, like, some things are, some things aren't. It's kinda hit and miss, but there's some things open, so I can go on dinner dates with my fiance, at least. If I really want to, I could find a place. And, you know, I've been DoorDashing a lot of food. DoorDash has been killing my wallet because I'm, like, sitting there after work. I'm like, man, I really want Chinese food. Maybe paying an extra $5-6 for Chinese food so I can get it delivered doesn't sound too bad all of a sudden. And a lot of my hobbies, you know, are indoor hobbies anyway, you know, fucking Pokemon cards, video games, anime, watching pro wrestling, you know. A lot of the shit I do is inside, you know. When I usually go outside for fun, it's mostly doing shit with my fiance, and we're far enough along in Michigan to where we're doing that still now, because there's enough things open, we can do that again. So, the beginning of COVID, though, I was hella depressed. I was just eating mad junk food. Oh, alright, alright, I'll see you when you get back, little mama. I'm planning to stream for, a bit more, so I'll probably see you when you get back. You have a good one, whatever you're doing. Have some happy beers. That's a catchphrase I stole, by the way. That's not a thing I came up with. Happy beers is a line I heard from the wrestler Juice Robinson. He is a wrestler that works for New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's an American from, Louisiana. Not Louisiana, no. Illinois. Fucking by Chicago. Not in Chicago, but in some insignificant town that's close to Chicago. He had a shitty WWE career. He worked for NXT, which is like their developmental brand. He had a really shitty WWE career. He got pissed off. Then one day a ref from New Japan was over for WrestleMania because, I think Antonio Inoki was being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he wanted to be there for it. So what happened is they offered him a job in New Japan, drug him to Japan, and then the motherfucker just moved to Japan and became a huge wrestler over there. And went through their whole dojo and training system. And he became my favorite wrestler. And he, during the World Tag League last year, him and his tag partner David Finlay said the line "Happy Beers" a lot. So that's why I say that shit. That's a really, really long explanation for why I said 2 words. And I don't know if that explanation was at all worth it. I think I could have just said it and nobody would have questioned it. I could have pretended, in fact, that I came up with the line. And I don't think anybody ever would have called me out on it. I probably could have pretended I made up that catchphrase for years. And Juice Robinson himself probably would have assumed I did. But I didn't. I decided to give you a long, stupid, annoying, dragged out explanation that I didn't need to. But, I'm a redundant man, so there you go. I have never pretended that I am not redundant, so. Alright, give me cards, broski. Hell yeah. Alright, can I get one more Pokemon? I can! Hell yeah. Alright. Go team. A full bench, hitting 270. If I could have hit this boss's orders and got this guy in the active, that would have been nice. That would have been nice. You don't mind it? Cool. That's good to know. But yeah, I did tell you earlier that I only like things if I really like things. No, literally. Like, I can't even get into new bands unless I'm willing to listen to, like, their entire discography. It's like a problem. Like, I've actually had... It's literally such a problem. I've had to sit down and try to work on it because I am so bad at getting into new things without getting obsessed about them that I will talk myself out of getting into things. I'm like, I really want to get into watching I really want to watch Godzilla. But I don't want to watch Godzilla unless I watch every single classic Godzilla film and memorize all the Godzilla trivia. Legit. That is what goes through my brain. And if I don't do that, I'll feel like a fucking poser. And I'll hate myself. It is stupid. It doesn't make any sense. There's no logical justification for such a thought process. However, it's what I think. And I can't really help it. So I just try to manage it the best I can, because that's what adults do. Being an adult isn't magically fixing all your problems as a human being. It's just learning how to manage them and acting accordingly. What am I into right now? I'm into anime. A lot of anime and pro wrestling, obviously. One Piece, I'm caught up with the anime and the manga, so I'm reading the chapter weekly. The new chapter leaked and had fan translations that I read this morning. The official translation comes out tomorrow. I'm gonna read that. One Piece has been super on fire lately, so I've still been really into it. But they've been taking a lot of breaks, so it's like 2 weeks every chapter. And waiting 2 weeks for 17 pages, that's a pain in the ass. New Japan Pro Wrestling is my favorite wrestling company. I watch, I think, a lot. How many okay, I watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, AAA Lucha Libre. I once in a while watch CMLL. I was watching NWA until COVID happened and they stopped doing shows. And I watch GCW. Those are all the wrestling shows I watch. Though, again, NWA and AAA aren't going during COVID. And I haven't watched CMLL for most of the year. I kind of fell out of that. But New Japan Pro Wrestling. Because Japan handled COVID really well. So they actually are at the point where they can have, like, huge crowds in arenas again. Not 100% crowds, but pretty big crowds in arenas again. New Japan Pro Wrestling is having the G1 Climax. The G1 Climax is the biggest tournament in pro wrestling because tournaments are huge draws in Japan. They're not really in the United States. They're cool in the United States, but they're like a feature. Having a wrestling tournament is like a cool thing to mix things up a bit, something cool you can do. In Japan, it's a huge draw that makes you a lot of fucking money. So it's a way different ballgame. And so because of that, the G1 is essentially the most prestigious and biggest tournament in pro wrestling. And essentially what you get is they have a show like every other day. Like legit every 2 days they have a show. It's a round robin tournament. Every match you win points every time you win. Whoever has, there's 2 blocks. Half the wrestlers in one block, half the blocks in the other. The guys that have the most points by the end in each block fight each other, and the winner fights for the IWGP Heavyweight title in the main event of the Tokyo Dome, the biggest stadium in all of Japan, at a Wrestle Kingdom. And that tournament is legit having a show, a 2 to 3 hour, like a 3-hour show every other fucking day. So it takes up so much fucking time to keep up with this shit. So I've been watching that. But the thing about this tournament is like, yeah, it's pro wrestling. It's all fake, hokey bullshit, right? But the thing is, seeing this is such a, yeah, it is a lot of shows. It's, being a pro wrestling fan is a job, basically. It's a fucking pain in the ass. But the thing is about it, though, is because the G1 is famous for being a prestigious tournament, that means every one of those shows, these wrestlers are trying to have the best match of their career. They're trying to put on the biggest, most entertaining match they've ever put in their lives, which means they do a lot of risky shit. They do a lot of dangerous shit. They get hurt, and then they have to work a show the next day anyway. And it's a lot of fun. It's really hectic, and even though it is, you know, a pain in the ass to keep up with, it is worth it. Because it's so many good matches. It's so entertaining. And then it sets up the stories. Because it's a prestigious tournament, they basically use this tournament to set up all the storylines and feuds that they're gonna have play out for the, like, next half a year or so. For the most part. Hell yeah, I'm doing good this game. But I've been trying to keep up with that, so that's been taking up a lot of my time. I need to find another good anime to get into, besides keeping up with One Piece. The last anime I watched, and like legit, the last 2 anime, I'll say last 2, because one of them I went back and finished recently too. Ah shit, he wins, fuck. Well played. That was a good game. Dude, you just got into anime? What anime are you watching? I am an anime snob, so if you need anime recommendations, I can give you a fucking 100. Dude, you watch Death Note. Death Note, it's awkward, because I'm hipster trash. So because Death Note is popular anime Hot Topic McGee, there's a part of me deep inside that doesn't want to hype it up because it's obnoxiously popular anyway. But Death Note, the thing is it's fucking good. It's popular for a reason, so I can't complain. It's really good. It's really one of the best entry anime. I'd say the best first anime for somebody to watch is Death Note and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Because both of those are obnoxiously popular. They're really entry-friendly for new people into anime, and they're just, despite their popularity, they're just really solid and fun. And they're easy to binge watch. It's not like Bakemonogatari. Bakemonogatari is one of my favorite anime of all time, but Bakemonogatari isn't good unless you've watched a lot of anime, because it doesn't really make sense unless you're really deep in the culture of it. Let's see. I watched Death Note. I feel like I watched the best anime. It can only go downhill from now on. Oh boy! If you're looking for new good anime to watch, okay, what do I recommend? Okay. Well, I mean, you're into Death Note, right? What are you looking for? Are you looking for an anime that's, like, about another serial killer that's really cerebral with high drama and shit? There's an anime called Monster. It's kind of long, it's like 50 episodes, and it's kind of really slow and takes a bit to get going. But that has the single best written fictional serial killer I've ever seen in my life. And that's including Silence of the Lambs. And, most anything, actually. Anything. That's really good. Monster is really good. It doesn't... I know it sounds boring because it's just named Monster, but it's an anime about a doctor trying to track down a serial killer. There's this doctor, and this isn't a spoiler because this is in the summary of the anime. Basically, there's this neurosurgeon that saves the life of a kid who grew up to be a serial killer. And then because of that, he now feels conflicted and feels like he played a hand in all those deaths. And now he's trying to track that serial killer down. And it's really good. I watched an anime where the guy has a face on his hand. That's My Hero Academia, probably. My Hero Academia, there's a dude who has the superpower to rot anything he touches, and he has a face on his hand. So I'm pretty positive it's that. My Hero Academia is pretty good. I kind of fell out of it. I like the first 2 seasons. Season 3, I read the manga into a little bit of Season 3. I don't know how far I got. I don't remember. But I kind of got bored of it. But the first 2 seasons, I liked a lot. Oh, it's not that one! That's weird. Shit. Trying to think of another anime with the face for a hand. Fuck. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I have been drinking, though, so... I mean, I haven't been drinking that much. Then again, I am close to finishing my second beer. I mean, it's not... I mean, 2 beers isn't much. Though, this is a Hazy Jade IPA, and that's some strong-ass beer, so... It was an alien or something that was... Oh, dude! Okay, that's Parasite. That's Parasite, I think. That's probably Parasite. I'm pretty sure you're talking about Parasite. That sounds like Parasite. Alright, hell yeah. I'm glad I helped you. I never watched Parasite. I have heard nothing but the most positive things about Parasite, but it's one of those things that's gotten so overhyped for me, I keep putting it off. Because I know I'm gonna like it whenever I finally get to it, right? But because I'm so confident I'm gonna like it, I keep putting it off and almost not wanting to get into it because of that. If that makes sense. I don't know if it does, but that's kind of how my brain works. Also, it's almost scary, because if an anime is so hyped up, I get a little scared that it's not going to live up to it. That's how I felt about, fuck, what's it called? Shit! Shit, what is it called? I can't remember what it's called. God damn it. Yeah, Death Note really dragged in the end. Most people really feel that Death Note, kind of fucked up in the second half. Exactly, that's what everybody thinks. I completely agree. Like, I like the latter parts of Death Note. Some people straight up hate it. I still think it's good, but it's definitely overtly less good, for sure. Like, I like Nier, I like Mellow, but it's like, come on, let's be honest here. It's not as good as the other shit. No matter how much I wanted it to be, it's just not. I'm trying to think of what the name of the anime I was about to say is. I can't believe I forgot it. It's like a really known anime. It's like a really hot topic-y ass anime. Hold on. I'm typing in Dark Magical Girl anime because I know the first thing to pop up is going to be fucking it. For a fact. Madoka Magica! There it is. Jesus Christ, can't believe I forgot the name. Madoka Magica is a dark, magical girl anime where the whole kind of point is it's like, it's a magical girl anime. It's about high school girls getting fucking powers turned into magical girls and fight evil. But it's dark, and that's the twist. Because it's like Sailor Moon, except it's dark and spooky with death. That's the kind of idea. And, it's good. It is for sure good. But the problem is, after it being hyped up for so fucking long, and me being positive I would adore it for so long, I felt disappointed. I've never met anybody else besides me and my fiance that were disappointed in it. So I think you would probably like it still. You like dark shows. Ooh. Have you, this is a really obvious one. that everybody brings up if you talk about dark anime, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway because it'd be a crime if I didn't. Have you watched Berserk? Because that is the like dark anime everybody kind of has to watch. Not the 2016 version, the original 1997 version. Because the 2016 version is trash. Well, the animation sucks, but the story is the story of the manga, so it's still a good story. I honestly can't remember if I hit off a Crobat this turn. I don't think I did. I didn't. Okay, cool. But yeah, I love dark shows. Oh, okay. Berserk. Literally, I found that entire show on YouTube before. The original, make sure it's 1997 Berserk. Berserk 1997 is a very... Oh, you want to watch those too? Okay. It's a very, very dark series. It's very good. It's iconic for being dark. The anime doesn't... really, though, if you want to get into Berserk, you should read the manga. I don't know how into manga you are, though. You don't really get the full story of Berserk if you just watch the 1997 anime is the problem. Pink-curled girl who only says Mew? That sounds like Elfen Lied. Did you watch Elfen Lied? That's a dark anime with a pink-haired girl who says Mew a lot. That could be a lot of things, though. There's a lot of anime girls that say Mew, and a lot that have pink hair. Other dark anime that's good. Yeah, like I said, I don't get into anything without becoming obsessed about it. And I know a lot of anime, and I know a lot of wrestling. That's where the eggs in my basket are in. Those are the two baskets all my eggs are in. That's the correct expression. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is an anime that most people watch as one of their first animes. It's a very popular anime, and it's well known. It has a lot of merch, it's in Hot Topic, it gets hyped up all the time. But no matter how obnoxiously hyped up Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood gets, it is still fucking perfect. There's not a single thing in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood I would change. So Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is a really good dark anime that's really easy for newcomers to get into. It's very binge-watchable, and it's very easily available on most streaming services. So that's a good one. Full Metal Alchemist... There's Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. They're both the same show. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is just the remake that is more accurate to the manga and had some updated animation and has better pacing. Absolutely go Brotherhood over the original, for sure. Absolutely. I say watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and then go back later to watch Full Metal Alchemist. I feel that's the best way to fully appreciate it. The original Mobile Suit Gundam is very good and very dark, but that is kind of... That's an 80s anime, so the animation's very old. There's some pacing issues, and I don't know if I'd recommend that for a show when you're this new. Monster, I said that earlier, but that's one of the greatest anime I've ever seen. Dude, Kaiji. Watch Kaiji the Ultimate Survivor. It's animated by Madhouse. Madhouse is one of the greatest studios at anime. They take like a month to release a fucking episode because they put that much work into it. Kaiji is a story about this gambling addict trying to pay off his gambling debt by doing life or death gambles and gambling limbs and shit. And it's fucking hype as shit. It's depressing, it's dark, but most importantly, it's smart. Because it's really easy to just have a lot of random, sad, depressing shit happen and be like, oh no, everybody died, oh no, the world might end. It's really easy to do that. What's harder is to do that, but have it written intelligently and smart. Have the stakes feel real, like they could actually happen, and have people think it's gonna get dark, and have it get even darker when they're not expecting it. That's hard. It's really easy to be dark the whole time, right? But because of that, it loses meaning. If you are dark non-stop, eventually you get desensitized and it's not dark anymore. But Kaiji is always dark consistently no matter what. Berserk is also the same way. Elfen Lied, I think, was good, it was okay. I'll say it's okay, but I feel like it went too hard, and then it just wasn't dark anymore. It just became whatever. It is Kaiji. I'm typing it in the chat. Kaiji. There you go. I typed it in the chat for you, so you can get the right spelling. But, Kaiji, the Ultimate Survivor, is fucking delightful. Oh, Monster? If you're... Okay, Monster is a little long, but it is one of the greatest and most... Monster is the single most underrated anime I have ever fucking heard of. Nobody talks about how fucking good it is. It's hard to even find clips on YouTube. Okay, if you look up, type in, like, if you look up Nameless Monster anime... Because there's a book in the anime Monster called Nameless Monster. That's where the name comes from, so if you look up Nameless Monster, it's a little easier to find stuff of it. There's not many clips of it, even on YouTube. There's barely even any clips. But it's fucking beautiful. And if you like Death Note, even a little bit, you will adore it. Okay, here's the thing about Kaiji. Because, see, that comment you just made is the same shit I said. And that's the same shit that most people in America have said. And that's why Kaiji isn't popular in America. Because you look at Kaiji, you see those shitty looking noses. Okay, you look at that awkward art style, and you're like, that looks weird as fuck. I don't know if I want to watch that. But here's the thing about Kaiji, and I see you said you're not going to dismiss it, and I appreciate that, because Kaiji, despite how weird it looks, okay, because I dismissed that show. I dismissed that show because I didn't want to watch a show that looked like that for years. And then I watched it, and it was glorious. And then I read the manga, and now that manga is my favorite manga of all fucking time out of anything I've ever read. It is glorious, it is beautiful, it is depressing, but it's hopeful. It has everything. It is great. It is so well written, it has great character development, and no matter how depressing it gets, it gives you enough hope, and enough triumph, and enough victories, to where you don't know if it's gonna get fucked up again, you don't know if they're gonna win again, and no matter which outcome happens, it's still a surprise. It is such a well done gambling anime, that a fucking flip of a card can send a pit in your stomach and an uncomfortable feeling of dread because it's just so well written and crafted, and the animation by Madhouse is so masterfully done that even looking at it without audio is a delightful visual experience on its own that should be experienced. Ah shit, no! Fuck, it's the discard shit, fuck. Monster is like 50 fucking episodes, and it's really slow at first, so it takes a while to get going, but it's worth it. Kaiji, I believe I think it's 24. I think Kaiji is 24 episodes. It doesn't do the whole show, but it does the, Kaiji doesn't do the whole manga, but it does... The manga for Kaiji is still going. And I will say the anime ends at the best part it could possibly do without doing literally all of it. Is a good way to put it. Come on, coin flip gods, get lucky. Damn it! I was really hoping. Really hoping there. Shit. I'm gonna press his research and hope I get lucky. Any good horror anime, not gore. Okay, so... I think I lose this game, yeah. I can't do anything here. Is Titans good? Are you talking about Attack on Titan? I'm assuming you are. Attack on Titan is a good anime with amazing animation, but it's not the show I wanted, and I was kind of disappointed by it. And I will explain why. Attack on Titan. Because, see, I like survival horror anime. And Attack on Titan, the way it started out, was a good setup for survival horror anime. And I don't want to get into spoilers for if you watch it, But basically what happens is it became too much like a shonen fighting anime. It got too hopeful, and it just... Because I don't want to spoil it for you. And I can't really elaborate on exactly why I stopped liking the show without spoilers. But it changed from being this dark survival horror anime with, like, no hope, and changed into a different show, and it wasn't the direction I wanted, and it's a kind of direction that kind of ruined it for me. Survival horror I like a lot. Attack on Titan I feel like shifted too hard away from that genre with some decisions they made, and it made me like it less. A lot of people still like it a lot. It's a critically acclaimed anime. The animation's amazing. I think it's still worth a watch. Even though I decided in later seasons I didn't really like it a lot, I think it's still worth it for everyone to give it a try. Even for the animation alone. Because I think most people will like it. I think I am in the minority of people who started to dislike it. Survival horror anime. See, here's the problem. When he said no gore, like, how extreme do you mean? Like, because a lot of the best horror anime has gore in it. So how extreme of gore does it take for it to ruin it for you? Is it like no blood at all, or is it okay as long as it's not really graphic organs? Like, I need to know where the line is so I can know what I can recommend for you. Ooh. I remembered I still had some of my beer. That is lovely. Because, okay. You don't mind blood or cutting of hands, etc. It's not into graphic torture porn. Don't watch Berserk. I recommended Berserk earlier. Don't watch it. Berserk definitely, probably falls in torture porn category. Don't watch it. That is definitely in the realm of don't watch if you don't want graphic torture porn-esque shit. Now, I'm into fucked up shit. I want things to make me feel as gross and sad as possible when I watch them. I want things to fucking torture my emotions when I watch them. So, I like shit like that. But, yeah, don't... I recommended Berserk earlier. Change your plans if you're not into it being too graphic. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, indeed. That would have been, that would have been a little bad there. Trying to think, maybe another, I don't know, another got... How good are you with stabbing and people getting impaled? How okay are you with that? Because if that's okay, then you would probably like another, which is a good survival horror anime. If you're okay with people getting impaled. There's not really, like, graphic depictions of organs or rape scenes or anything in that. But there are people that do get impaled and crushed to death and commit suicide. Here's also the problem, because when I talk about liking dark shit, I'm usually like... Usually, the darker shit I watch, the less dark I think old shit watched. So I get too desensitized and keep searching out darker shit. So because of that, it's like, ah, shit! Is stabbing dark? What if somebody just came to the stream and I said, how good are you with stabbing? I think that would have made the stream even better. I think that would have been perfect. I wish that would have happened. Didn't, but I wish. I wish. I wish that's... But my name is Disco Blood Party. And if somebody came in when I'm talking about stabbing dudes, that would have been a little cool. I would have got a little tear in my eye from the sheer glory of that event. But yeah, I mean, I don't think anything that happens in... Okay, I think Another is more conceptually dark than Saw. I don't think... Saw is graphic, but it's not conceptually dark. It's a little bit. It's like, some fucking people that were kind of shitty anyway. All of a sudden, they gotta do a game, and if they fuck up, they die. And they gotta fucking kind of cut themselves a lot and torture themselves to get through the game, and that kind of sucks. But then later, it kind of goes off the rails, and then just anybody's in the fucking torture game. It's a little dark, right? It's a little bit. You got your toes in some dark sauce, but it's not that conceptually dark. And it's a little graphic, you know, like you got a dude getting their fucking arms on. It's graphic, but it's not too conceptually dark. Another, I think it's probably not any more graphic and gory than Saw. It's probably less graphic than Saw because it's animated, right? It's a little less bad. Conceptually, it's way darker, so I think you would probably, if you could like Saw, I think you would like Another. I think I can say, with fairness. You'd probably like Another. Madoka Magica is dark, but it's not too graphic. It has one scene that's pretty graphic, but it's not too bad. Let's see, kind of have a love-hate relationship with gore, because I usually don't mind it, but a few times it goes overboard, and I can't get it out of my mind, and that I don't like. That is very fair. I like that, though, because I'm a little fucked up. But that's fair. I think Another and Madoka Magica you could probably stomach fine in that case. I'm trying to think. Shiki. Shiki is really good. That has a lot of blood. It has stabbing. It is really haunting, though. Because here's the problem. That was weird. So here's the problem. Because Shiki doesn't go overboard in gore, I don't think. But they produce what they do so well. I think even though it's like people getting impaled and shit, if you're worried about shit sticking in your brain and haunting you, I think Shiki might be too hardcore still. Even though it's not going overboard in gore, I think the way what they do is produced might be too haunting and stick in your head. Then I think Shiki might be okay. I think Shiki is one of the best horror anime I've seen. I absolutely adore Shiki. There is decapitation and impaling. You don't see entrails or anything at all. Like, you're not seeing entrails, you're not seeing, like, people getting cleaved in half and having their fucking... No one's taking out someone's intestines and tying them in a noose and hanging somebody from them. Okay, like, are you more like... I mean, so you're more like a psychological horror kind of guy, right? That's what I'm gathering. I think you would probably like Shiki. There is some gore. I think it's probably an amount you could stomach. And if you can, it is more, even though it does have a lot of physical horror, it is definitely more in the realm of, like, psychological shit. So I think that's probably good. I killed him with my Zigzagoon. So now, I can kill whatever boy he puts in the active, and that will help me catch up on prizes. No matter who he puts out. Probably gonna put out your roly-coly, right? Trying to think of other good ones. Because the problem is, a lot of the shit I'm thinking of, I feel like it's, like, too gory. Because that kind of goes hand in hand. Not always, but a lot of times. For horror anime. You haven't watched Cowboy Bebop yet? That's not a horror anime. But it's sad, it's depressing, it's well written, it's interesting. It's one of the greatest pieces of media ever produced. Evangelion. Neon Genesis Evangelion is one of the single greatest pieces of media ever produced. And it's absolutely delightful. And you should definitely watch that. It has some scenes that are kind of uncomfortable later. But I don't think it would be too gory for the limits you have stated. A lot of this is guesswork, though. Ah, shit. He did get the 3 energy. Yeah, he wins, fuck. I really didn't think he'd be able to get the 3 energy on. I kinda was glossing over his Colossal. Other horror anime specifically. Ghost in the Shell, yeah, Ghost in the Shell's not bad. I never finished it, not because it's not good, but because I got distracted with other horror shit, so I need to go back and watch the rest. It's one of those, like, really classic, iconic anime, so it's like you almost have to watch it out of the obligation alone. Oh, ooh. Okay. You're not super into excessive gore, but how okay are you with a story just of mind fucking you and fucking with your head? If it's a story with no gore that fucks with your head, how okay are you with that? Because Serial Experiments Lane is a masterpiece. It's weird. It's well written. It's almost like predicts the way internet takes over our lives in a sense. It's scary at times. It's very scary at times and how they do everything. And it's really well done. It definitely, I could say, could be considered a horror, but it doesn't have gore. About what? Serial Experiments Lane? Serial Experiments Lane... Here's the thing. Serial Experiments Lane is... It's sort of... The problem is because it's such a complicated show. It's hard to possibly even describe. And it is hard to even explain the way in which it is weird. Almost. If that makes sense. Serial Experiments Lane. It's... In a way, it's almost about the ways in which internet takes over our lives, and how differentiating between the mask we put over ourselves in society is almost like a being in itself, and how when we're posing on the internet, we are in a way portraying a character and a sort of facade based on what we think we are as a person, which can't be 100% accurate, and therefore we're almost playing a different persona, and how that persona is almost in itself a separate person, and how you and yourself on the internet are almost a different person, and how the divide between that can grow and grow, and how everybody on the earth is connected, and this came out in the 90s, when the internet wasn't a big deal. Yeah, it was a thing, but this came out before fucking social media was an obnoxious thing, and it was already, like, fucking explaining how we're all connected and how internet would take over way before it actually did. And it is one of the greatest pieces of animation or media I've ever seen. Serial Experiments Lane is so well done, people still to this day will argue over what the plot of this show is. It is... Yeah, Serial Experiments Lane is really well done. Even the opening alone, you're gonna fucking get that shit and you're gonna be like, oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? So good, though. So good. And see, as I've kind of stated, I'm a little bit of hipster trash, right? And, so usually if a show is hyped up a lot for me, I kind of go in the realm of discrediting it a little bit and being like, ah, it might be less good, right? Serial Experiments Lane is an example of a show I thought would be less good because it was getting, like, I thought it was getting too overhyped for me. And the person that was hyping it up, I didn't think was very credible in terms of shows. However, despite all the hype for Serial Experiments Lane, it blew all the hype out of the fucking water. And it was so good. Serial Experiments Lane feels like the people in charge of producing the show sat down and wanted to cram as much symbolism and as much slight nuggets of discomfort as they could in every scene. Every scene. And they leave everything vague. They create a constant amount of vagueness to where you, the viewer, are always feeling left in the dark. You always feel like you have to put extra work in to piece together all the shit happening. And you never feel like you're really sure if you're right. And even when it comes to the end, and you think you know everything that's going on, it's vague enough to where even then, you still are sitting there like, but I could be fucking wrong though. Because it's so fucking boggling in how they produce it. And they'll do little things like have like constant humming of fucking static and telephone wires. It will cut to that at random times and have that, and it's discomforting. Just to reinforce the idea that you're always wired in no matter where you go, and just to make you a little uncomfortable by having that dead audio and noise. No, the ending is great. The ending of Serial Experiments Lane is great. The ending is perfect. I could not possibly think of a better way to end Serial Experiments Lane than the way they ended it. So do not worry. It is not a lost ending. I don't think they could have ended that kind of show better than how they did it. See, now I'm in a predicament, aren't I? Yeah, I don't have a switch or anything. I need to get my Darkrai set up, so that way I can take this guy out. He can't do it though, because he does 120 with 3 Dark Energy. Which will 2-shot him, but he will 1-shot my Darkrai. So that won't pan out if I do that. So I need my Hoopa, but I don't have my Hoopa. My Hoopa is in my prizes. So this is a bad thing. So that means I need a boss's orders. And I don't have one. I'm gonna do this just to get a hide energy. I'm gonna get you because if I draw Professor's Research, I want to use that to discard. And I don't want to discard you, so. That's a really desperate move, and I hate sacrificing Pokemon just to stall, but it's what I gotta do here. Sorry, I was deep-throating a sack of Sour Patch Kids. So that was the reason for the sudden dead audio for like 5 seconds. Ah, shit! Well fucking played. Well fucking played. Now can I draw my boss's orders? Thank you. I didn't think you would listen. Now here's the dilemma. I get 3 prizes, and next turn he's gonna kill my Pokemon for 3 prizes. And then we'll be even. So, that doesn't exactly help me a lot. It helps me, but he's gonna tie it up with me anyway. I'll have this, I can get this guy set up next turn. But unless I get another boss's orders, I can't get another KO. And I'm playing 3, but I don't know how many are my prizes. So this is a precarious position for me. On the bright side, I will free up a bench space for my Hoopa, but I'm pretty sure my Hoopa's in my prizes. Oh shit, no! I started with my Hoopa! Fuck! I didn't realize, I forgot I started with my Hoopa. So actually, no, I can't get my Hoopa back until I get a Rod. And my ordinary Rod, I haven't ran into yet. I haven't ran into it at all in this stream, actually. Why do I have Darkrai in this? Because Darkrai can hit 120 damage, and he's a basic Pokemon that, he's a basic Pokemon that can hit okay damage, and is dark. Basically the idea is when I run into shit like this, or shit that blocks, V, I want to have a lot of, dark Pokemon that could kind of counteract that are single prizes. And out of what Pokemon I had, that Darkrai at the time was one of the best options. I know there is another kind of Hoopa that is better than what I got, but I just didn't have that one. It block that dark. It gets 20 less damage. Can hit 120. So it's okay. It's not great, but it's one of those things where it's like I wanted a single prize that could do decent damage, and out of what I had, that's one of the best options I saw. Coin flip gods! Yes, I really needed that. Yes, Hoopa is better, or Spiritomb. However, I have one Hoopa that I have obtained, and the Spiritomb that is good, that you're talking about, I don't have. I used to have it a long time ago when it first came out, and I traded it away at some point like a fucking year ago, and I don't have it now. So that's the reason I'm playing this Darkrai. Yes, it's not as good as that Spiritomb, and it's not as good as playing another Hoopa. But I don't have more Hoopa or that. I need to get more. So until then, I am playing this Darkrai. You are completely correct. It's more a decision based on what I have than what's actually genuinely the best. Do I have a Crobat in my discard? Ooh, can I? I don't want to discard any of those. Well, I can discard that Eternatus V. I can discard that and live. Ah, shit, I don't have any more. Well, I get that 10. See, 230, that'd bring it down to 200. That's not really gonna matter, is it? No, it won't. Let's do it on you, it doesn't matter. What's my IGN? Like my username? Flashy JW is my, name on this. Thank you. I actually super appreciate it. I have been vanquished. And I don't even have any sadness beer to calm my poor weeping heart. Yeah, Flashy JW, yes. Exactly the way you typed it, yeah. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab one more beer to be my last beer of the stream. I shall return. I will be back in approximately 15 seconds, probably less for being real, because I can run really fast and I have a one-bedroom apartment, so it doesn't take long to get to my damn fridge. Alright, I have returned. You probably heard me tripping over random shit I had on my floor. I have acquired... Oh, let me move my fucking... There we go. Move my mic a little bit. There we go. Hello. I have acquired another beer. This one is not a Hazy Jane like the other one I had. This one is a Punk IPA. Also by Brewdog, though. It's the same brand of beer. It's a Punk IPA. It is 5.6 alcohol per volume as opposed to the 7.2, I believe the other one was. Crack open that sexy beverage, poured at a 90-degree angle, and my beer-specific glass I have at my side every stream. Have I drank beer every stream I've done? I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't done a lot of streams. I know I've drank beer most of them. Who? Hold on, I am stupid. I see the notification. However, I don't see you. Show friends, show requests. There we go. Accept friend request. Accept. Huzzah. Success. 'Tis been done. And I'm going to take a victory drink of this delightful amber beverage I've acquired. Oh, shit! Fuck. Thank you, whoops. My bad. I'm a little bit stupid. And that's why I drink. I'm not stupid because I drink. I just drink to pretend that I'm stupid because I drink when really I'm just stupid by default. I drink to have something to blame my stupidity on. It's not the actual cause of it. I'm a little proud of that line. A little bit. Probably more than I should be. Offers to me. Ah, hell yeah. Thank you, dude. Reject trade! Not really. That'd be a dick move. It also wouldn't help me either. Here, I'm gonna pop those boys in action. That'll help out a lot. Oh, you can see all of my fucking things here. The big dog Roman Reigns deck. I tried to make a deck. It's obviously not legal anymore. Some shit got rotated out, and I think some cards that were in it, I might have traded out. At least some art of them. I tried to make a deck out of this Arcanine that came out that got more HP if you put Burning Scarf on it. It didn't really work out. I should probably show off some of the other decks I made in a little bit. Obviously, I'm gonna... Yeah, here, you can actually see, like, all I should have in this. New. Hoots. Yeah, I'll take out one trainer card. Because it would be convenient to have more Pokemon bench. Where is my... Do I not have... What the fuck? I don't have a rod here either. Man, it's a good thing I'm... Why do I not have my ordinary rod in here? I was wondering why I didn't run into it all damn stream. What the fuck? I must have... When I was editing the deck last time, I must have taken it out so I can, like, redo everything, because I was redoing all the trainers, and I must have fucking forgot to put it back in. Shit. Yeah, I was dumb. I'll take out a copy of Piers. Should I run one copy of Piers? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do Golden Rod. Or Ordinary Rod. You know what? I think I might not put that back in. You said yes. Yes to what? I said a lot of shit. Okay. Because I didn't really run into any problems with Rod at all. There's no, like, game where it would have made me win if I had the Rod. And I don't see any trainers that I should take out instead. Like, I don't see anything that's like, yeah, I gotta fucking get rid of that. Yeah. I think having the extra Spiritomb would be better anyway. Yeah, thank you so much. This is definitely a huge improvement, because... As status, god damn it. I'm only half stupid, I swear. As stated prior, that Darkrai was very much a decision out of what was available and not out of what was best. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna play a few more games with this deck, especially now that it gave me the Spiritomb, and I want to see how much better it's functioning now. Especially now I have one more extra Pokemon in the deck, and I want to see how that slightly different ratio affects it. Because I do think I was playing too many Piers, because I definitely had a lot of times I was drawing Piers where it wasn't exactly what I needed most. I want to see how well it runs now, and then I'll switch over to some of my other decks for a little bit. They're not as good as this deck, but I figure I've been playing this deck for 3 hours. I should at least show off something else, you know? Actually, Interestingly enough, one of the other decks I had, which I named Nitrogenated Zappy Boys, is a Vikavolt V deck. I could show that off. I have a Mad Party deck I have a build of I could show off. And then I have a Stonejourner VMAX deck I have. Stonejourner VMAX isn't amazing, but I think he's decent. He's way too slow, but I think it's decent. And in the format we're in where, you know, Dark and Lightning that's weak against fighting is so OP, I think that weakness that he's hitting compensates heavily. Basically, it's like, when I made that deck, and it wasn't as good as I thought it would be, but it's still, again, okay. The idea is that I was playing Stonejourner VMAX with buff padding, and then I was playing a whole bunch of copies of Indeedee V to heal every turn. I was playing a bunch of healing cards. So the idea is yes, I'm only hitting 200, but I'm healing like every goddamn turn. So it was like supposed to like be very tanky. Didn't turn out super great. It turned out okay. Turned out decent. But it's a lot slow, and it wasn't very reliable, and you know, when you already need a turn to evolve, and you're a fighting Pokemon that needs 3 energy to attack, and the only energy acceleration you have as an option is like BD, Groudon, or Turbo Patch, you know, you're gonna struggle a little, so. I can't believe this guy doesn't have any more Pokemon on his bench yet. Which is a little sad, because that means if I would have got set up faster, like if I would have got set up like right away, that means I would have just auto-winned because he didn't get any Pokemon on his bench. But I didn't get set up in time. I didn't get that easy win. But maybe we'll get a better game out of it. Oh shit, you're gonna fucking... Ah shit, fuck you. That's fine, I got more energy in my head anyway, but still fuck you anyway. Okay. Damn it! I didn't get shit. Alright. I'm not gonna attach an energy. I'm just gonna save it, so that way I'm not wasting the, like, other effect of it, and because I don't need it to attack yet. Ah, shit, he can kill me not getting it, yeah. He is letting me use items, though, so there's that. So... draw your cards. Build Spite. I gotta make sure not to forget that, because I'll probably forget it. Okay, lucky boys. Yes! The luckiest of boys! Yes! I should have used Turbo Patch first. It didn't matter anyway. I still should have used it first, though. Ooh! Crobat time! Crobat time! Ooh! Ah, shit. I just opened fucking the Brave internet browser by accident. Shit. I was trying to see how much... Okay, you need 2 to do your real attack. Okay. Should I do that to slow you down, or should I... Hoots. Thinking. Well, at most you're doing a 50. You know what? They have item lock. That's their main idea, is they want to keep blocking my items. So maybe I should let them stay in the active with their 1 energy, so they can feel content blocking my items, which I don't really need desperately for this deck. right now. Most of my items are for... All my items are for getting Pokemon, and I got, like, all my Pokemon out. So, I don't need items right now anymore. So, maybe if I let him be content, thinking he's like, I'm blocking him from using items! He can't do shit now! It'll lure him to a false sense of security, so I just get my other energy on and fucking wreck him. I'm hoping. It might not pan out that way. But a boy can dream. My other idea was maybe I use boss's orders. Switch to this Boltund. Because it's really good attack. Or it's attack that does damage it can't do without 2 energy. Which also would have worked, but I decided to save my boss's orders. Which, with how close he is to winning, with half his prize already taken, and me playing a 3-prize Pokemon, that boss's orders might save me the fucking game. So I do need to be careful. Ah, shit! Well played. Little do you know, I have a bird keeper in my hand. So that's irrelevant. Oh no! Little did I know, I wouldn't get any darkness energy and I need a dark and a colorless. So I am actually fucked. That's bad. I fucked up. None of you can attack for a colorless, can you? So that's useless. Well shit, that's a fuck up. RIP! My hopes and dreams! Rest in peace! This is why I like to murder people in my spare time. Whoa! Alright. Marty, my hand, honestly, thank God, thank you. Because despite all the shit in my hand, I didn't have a lot of shit that was gonna help me here. Thank you! A dark energy! The thing I actually need! I am content losing that many good A+ cards if it means I got the goddamn energy I need to play the fucking game. This is like waiting in line for the roller coaster and learning you don't have any fucking tickets. Ah, shit. Fuck you. What are you doing? What are you switching out for? Ah, shit, I didn't use Building Spite last turn, did I? I don't think I did. Fuck. That's a fuck up. Air balloon. Okay, you didn't use boss's orders, you just obtained one. Alright. Fair enough. I can't, yeah, I can't use items, no shit. Crobat, give me 3 cards. I guess I'm just gonna use Marnie. I would much rather have more energy to set up my Pokemon for next turn. I didn't get it anyway. Oh shit, Building Spite. Don't forget, don't forget. Building Spite. Don't forget. You have these guys now, so use them. Don't be stupid. Use the things you have. You have options. So, it would be beneficial if you would happen to, I don't know, use at least half the options you have. Ah, energy, thank God. I'm really glad this mic doesn't really pick up any eating or drinking. I'm still paranoid it does, but every time I've played games with friends with this fucking headset, it doesn't pick shit up. I do have a mic that's not part of a headset. I do have an actual nice mic I was using for my podcast. That is really nice, but it's just a lot less convenient, and my desk for my computer and everything is really small, so I literally do not have fucking room for it without it being incredibly fucking in the way. And it would have just been a pain, and the audio would have been inconsistent, because it would have been in a weird place, and Sorry if you heard that burp. I just decided this would be the better option. I really need to kill something. I am still only, still got a whole 4 prizes left. And I got more I need. It's not too bad. I got boss's orders. That can give me 2 prizes next turn. Yeah, I heard that, actually, from my dude Keegan, too. My dude K-Dog. My dude Kigurumi. My dude Big Papa K Dizzle. My friend and my associate, my big sexy bearded man mountain. The Eternal Sunset. Keegan. Close friend of mine. He also said that. I don't know how to fix that. I'm not sure why that's a thing. But I have heard that from other humans. For sure. I just don't, I don't know how to solve that. If I am quite honest. I just do not. Gonna get another energy to attack. Here's the problem. If I attack for 2 energy, he kills me next turn with this guy. Right? Maybe not. Well, how much is for your GX attack? 150? Yeah, 150 kills me. So, that's a problem. I can kill you, though. But then next turn you kill me, right? I mean, it's 30 for each energy, so 3, 6. You probably get another energy on next turn. That's 9. That'd be 300. I wouldn't be dead yet. So, I'm gonna gamble and hope you only get 1 energy on next turn, and I live by a minute amount. And what am I gonna do is I'm gonna use this boy. I'm gonna get this boy in the active. I'm gonna hit you for 270. Ah, shit! You have a fucking... Shit, you have a big charm on. You barely live. Fuck. Well played, broken heart. I have failed. I made a mistake. I get to suffer. I get this goddamn fucking, what's her name? Eggery1234 is about to fist my asshole. No lubricant. With this Alolan choo-choo train. Up my ass. Up through the ass and out my mouth. And then that train's gonna grow 2 fucking fat-ass, hairy Italian arms. He's gonna flip me off. That's what's about to happen. That's a stupid person for I lose. Why do I have to select Pokemon discard when you already know, game, that I just fucking got my ass fisted to death? Death by anal fisting. I mean, okay. I'm not saying I want to get anal fisted. Getting anally fisted is nowhere on any sort of bucket list I have ever construed in my existence within this realm. However, out of all ways to die, how fucking cool would it be if in your obituary it said, death by anal fisting? Honestly, that sounds like it would suck, but out of ways to die, I feel like that gets you pretty decent street cred. Only downside is, your street is now a cemetery. And you can't cash in that credibility much anymore. Alright, I'm gonna show off here some rectangles. I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked because that deck isn't super great. But I'm gonna show it off at least once. It's, you know, it is what it is. I made the best build I could. I haven't updated in a while. Maybe I should tweak it more, but you know. Oh shit, I'm fighting an Eternatus V Max deck, aren't I? Shit. Yeah, I'm fucked then. I'm fighting a fucking meta deck while I'm playing my fucking goof around kinda was okay when this deck was new deck. This deck had a 50% win-loss ratio when it was new. I don't think it's getting up to 50% wins anymore. So this fucker with his sexy Eternatus card sleeves, I got a feeling he's probably playing Eternatus, and he's playing Eternatus. I think I'm gonna do this thing. This little number, this little lovely jingle. I think you might have heard of it. I like to call it suffering. Yeah, I'll put my DDV there. Alright, my dude. You have a good one. You sleep well. Have some sexy dreams. I hope you dream about Danny DeVito and you in a bathtub, and that entire bathtub is crafted out of pasta. And then that bathtub, instead of water, is just filled with awkwardly wet pasta, but it is a different pasta than the pasta the bathtub is crafted out of. And then you have a shower shooting different pasta than the other two pastas at you. And you're looking at Danny DeVito and you're like, holy shit, that's a lot of pasta. And he's just like, yeah, it be like that sometimes. And that's your whole dream. Just more pasta. The whole fucking dream. I'm sorry you don't want Danny DeVito in the bath with you. But I'm sorry. You gotta take the pasta bath with someone. And unfortunately today, your pasta bath is with Danny DeVito in your dreams. I'm sorry. It's too late. Once I tell you your dream, I can't go back. I can't rewind time. I'm sorry I'm not Cher. I would sing you if I could turn back time from Cher. But even by the end of that song, she still didn't succeed in turning back time. So unfortunately, I can't just fucking Doctor Who your ass out of the situation. You gotta have your pasta bad Danny DeVito dreams. I'm sorry, I'm a criminal, I'm a villain, I'm a scoundrel. I'm a sorry son of a bitch that has cursed you into oblivion. However, this is the reality we must face. If it helps you, I will curse myself to also have sexy shower pasta Danny DeVito dreams. And I will do you a favor and I will add a second Danny DeVito to my dreams, so I'm technically worse off. However, I can't undo the dreams once they have been proclaimed, my dude. But I can at least suffer with you so we can suffer together. I hope you enjoy your pasta dreams, somehow. My newly found friend. What a great way to end your night. No! No! I didn't realize that my actions had consequences. I don't know if you got that reference. You're going to bed, so I guess if you didn't, that's okay. Sleep well, though. Also, please don't leave the chat forever. I'll cry. I'll cry tears. Actually, no. I will cry tear. I won't cry tears. I will cry a tear. All my tears will become one large engorged tear of all of my bodily fluids at once in one tear, and then it will be a raisin and I will die. And it'll be your fault. And you'll be a murderer. And you'll be arrested for involuntary manslaughter. You'll spend an outrageous amount of time behind bars. It'll be your fault. So you deal with that knowledge. You deal with that. These are your consequences if you make that decision. I can't stop you from making that decision, but I'm telling you right now. I don't know if they got Twitch in prison. Broski. I just threatened to cry myself to death. That's a thing I did today. I don't know what anybody else did today. What I did is I looked a man in his digital eyes that I imagined above my PC monitor, and I told him if he left my chat forever, I would cry myself to death and have him imprisoned for murder. That's what I did. I don't know if that's what a moral man does. I don't know if that was a good decision, but it's what I did. I'm living with it now. I totally forgot to use my DD to heal for the last few turns. That was stupid. Ah shit, this is definitely picking up my rustling with my Sour Patch Kid bag. I'm sorry. Oh god! I tried to get the last Sour Patch Kid out of the bag. And I tipped it over and I just got a fat stack of fucking sour powder in my hand. And that's not what I wanted. I dig me some sour powder, but I didn't want a fucking handful of it. Ew. My hand's all gross now and sticky. That's not what I wanted. I want a refund. I'm gonna leave this apartment right now and knock on the fucking door of a Walmart and ask for a refund because I got fucking powder on my hand for being a dumbass. That's a clause in warranties, right? I was a dumbass, so I get a refund, right? It's basically what a warranty is. I'm paying extra money for a warranty, so that way if I'm a dumbass, I get it fixed, right? That's how it works. I like how that implies I got a warranty on a fucking bag of candy. I don't know how bad of a fuck up you gotta be in life to genuinely need a warranty for your fucking bag of candy. But I think I might be bordering that right now. I'm gonna finish this lovely beer I have while I get my ass kicked by this gentleman. I'm about to get ahead of him though in terms of prizes. I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna press research. I'm losing a lot of cards here, and that kind of sucks, but I really need something better for a hand. I was hoping for more in DD, but I didn't get them. On the bright side, he doesn't have anything to attack me yet. I mean, he's playing Twin Energy, right? So he can probably just play Twin Energy and get it set up immediately, but I don't know if he has that set up yet. I don't know if he has Twin Energy in his hand. And he already played 2, so he only has 2 more. Okay, that's his 3rd. So he's gonna attack me. I don't know for how much. I haven't been doing the math. I don't think it's enough to get in the 300 ranges. He needs to kill me though. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. 4, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, he can't KO me yet. And I'll get another DD to heal. I got a Hyper Potion, but I really... If I do that, I'm losing 2 energy, and then I can't attack. So that's a problem. Really what I want to do. I said buff padding earlier. I'm not playing buff padding in this deck. His retreat cost is 3. I remembered it being 4. But that was incorrect. Okay, so I'll use Pokeball. Discard the Hyper Potion. I'll get another Indeedee. And then we'll use a Pokemon Center Lady to heal more. That was probably stupid. I don't think that matters. I think he does enough damage to where that will still finish me off next turn anyway. Especially after I just gave him another thing in his discard to kill me with. Yeah, 16, 160, 18. Yeah, I think he kills me. I think he kills me here. I think I shouldn't have wasted that card fucking healing. I think that was a mistake. I think I should have just used the Marnie and got more cards and tried to focus on setting up the next one instead of healing this one. Problem is I get tunnel vision, right? In my head, I'm like, this deck is focused on healing, so I heal. But it was not a situation where healing would have been beneficial. I don't think the math is going to add up in a good way here. I think I just get this thing called getting fucked. I don't see how he doesn't kill this guy this turn. And then he only needs one prize per game. On the bright side, this guy needs one more energy. And, you know, the card to evolve. But even if he doesn't evolve, he can still kill him in one hit. Problem is, I want to evolve for the extra HP so I can survive, you know, another, you know, an extra hit. But, I still need to kill 2. And I don't know if I can survive 2 hits. I don't think I can anymore. No, I can't. Shit. This is spooky, this is problematic. This boy is concerned. At least I can heal this 30. I can do that much. I can Marnie his fat ass hand. Get myself some new chords. Any sport is here that's gonna save me? I don't think so. I don't think any of these will help me right here. Only supporters. I really need this item, but it doesn't work for those. Ooh, how many in his discard? How many, Ooh! Okay, so he has 2 in there, so that means he has that one, so he only has 1 more. At most. So that's good. I'll discard you, that might be a mistake. Worst shit, I don't have any more Pokemon? What the fuck? They're my prizes, shit. That was a bad misplay. Ooh, you only have 40 HP. So that means I can kill you with this first move and get resistance next turn. Especially with that weakness. Actually, with that weakness, I might be able to kill all your shit. I think. Yeah, I think your highest is 60 HP out of attackers. And I can keep getting that resistance. I still think it'd be better to evolve, so I have that extra HP, but... You know, I got this fucking evolution incense, so I'm good. So, if you don't kill this guy this turn, I win. So, really what this comes down to is, do you draw your twin energy, or do you not? You probably do. Yeah, you drew all of your deck but 1 card. Yup, you win. Well played. Well fucking played. Well fucking played. That was close as shit. That was close as dick. Can't even be mad about that loss. That was pretty good. Alright, I am going to open some booster packs. That's what I'm going to do. Collection. Packs. let's open this sun and moon. Even though it's not gonna be any shit I'm gonna play, because I play standard. And none of this is standard legal. Maybe I get something cute though. Like that Poly World. Ah, no, I don't want to get more. Nah! 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 You know what? I'm gonna redeem a bunch of these. Because I was gonna open some Darkness Ablaze packs anyway. These are the ones I want to focus on. And let's open all 5 of these packs right now. Let's end the stream with some sweet, hardcore pack opening action. Ow, my throat. Fuck. Ooh, that really hurt. Lord, have mercy on my soul. Well, that one was kind of disappointing. Nothing new or cool there. What do we get from this one? Alright, nothing new, nothing important. Alright, another dud. But maybe this one's gonna be hunky-dory. Some good shit in here, however, all good shit I've already received. Maybe this will be something that will turn it all around, and nope! Another dud, a DUD, a failure, an entire depression, put in a syringe and injected right into this sad boy vein. And this is a Diggersby, which is one of the most sad, unusable cards I could have possibly received. I don't even know how it's a rare. Salamence V alternate art. Alright, can't complain about that. Pretty dang solid. Gotta get hyped. Alright. Do you have any other cool things in my collections to open? Any other cool things to open? Let's open some reward chests. I can open some Rebel Clash too. I'll open this Rebel Clash pack. There's some good cards in Rebel Clash I could possibly get that I don't have yet. So, let's see. Not too exciting, not really exciting. Alright. DUD. Whatevs. It's been a good stream tonight, so I don't really mind getting some duds here and there. Besides, I got some fucking good shit traded to me by Jack! So, you know, I got good upgrade for my best deck. And I had a fun stream. So, I can deal with some bad pulls. Alright. We are approaching the 4-hour mark, I think. All of you lovely humans who have tuned in tonight. You people are delightful. You're gorgeous human beings. I appreciate all of you and every single individual atom that composes your sexy bodies. I hope you have a dandy day. I'm a mute. It's gameplay audio, and it's a time for the outro. Bye ski.
Hey, King of Games Champion, Disco Blood Party here, telling you, thank you for watching my video. I hope it was delightful. I hope you're not busting down my door with a rifle about to shoot my head off for some cringy thing I've released into the interwebs. Either way, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time my particular section of the realm crosses over to yours. Bye ski.